Let's just jump in today, I think. We will continue as Brazil, obviously. We're in January 1844. We've done quite a lot of stuff already, and there's a few things I need to think about before we continue. First of all, do we declare another war now that some truces are up? Let's have a think. So, we are Brazil. We have our natural borders. Things are looking fairly nice. We have a power block. We have a fair amount of South America and a little bit of Central America in our power block. The issue is our cohesion is quite low because we added Argentina by force. We declared a war on them to vassalize them. And none of these other guys are my vassals, but I wanted to at least get some use out of this. 10 authority per subject is not a lot. We'll increase this later with more mandate, but I'm hoping we can get a lot more subjects. The issue is we've added all of these other guys diplomatically, except we know that Bolivia hates us, and we also know that we actually want some land from New Granada. So we've got a war to declare, and I'm just wondering if that's going to negatively impact the cohesion too much. And I'm wondering whether that's going to be the case or not. I'm wondering perhaps... I mean, let's have a look and see what we want to do from an infamy point of view. Because if we were just going to say, I don't know, annex New Granada, we can't do that. It's too much infamy. So we would probably want to conquer a state from New Granada. And we potentially just want to conquer Panama, but that would actually just be... that would be isolated from us. We'd only be able to get there by ship, which is not ideal. This state doesn't really have anything specifically we want in it. We do kind of want this state, but this state would give us a lot of infamy as well. I mean, if we just click it... Why do we get this much infamy? It's because of the population. Also, I think we actually just get 20% more infamy because we're a great power during the conquest. So I need to bear that in mind. The reason I was thinking about this state is because it's the only state in South America that actually contains opium. Or room for opium plantations. So we do want control of that. Alternatively, we could attack Bolivia. I mean, what other things would we want to do? If we did transfer subject, are there any subjects we could transfer over? There's a couple in Central America. I'm not too concerned about that at the moment. Liberate country. What's this? We could force a country to grant independence to another nation. Oh, we could make New Granada liberate Panama and then add Panama to our power block and then vassalize them. That actually sounds like a good plan. Does that mean we actually... Do we actually generate any infamy from doing this? I think we can do this. The only issue is the British Republic doesn't like us compared to Russia. No, Russia, the British Republic don't like us compared to Colombia. The French Republic does. Still tempting. We're using up a fair amount of our influence on actually a few different trade deals that we struck to try and actually get people into our power block, but we're also using most of it just from the power block itself. We're also still trying to convince Chile to join the power block. The issue is, if we actually have a look here... So, yeah, Chile, our advantage is shrinking with them. Looks like the British Empire is exerting some influence. It's because we've got this divided marker down here. I think if we were going to do a war, we would try and liberate Panama. I think that's what we should do. Let's give it a try. See what happens. We could back down if one of the other great powers joins in Venezuela's favor, but I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah. So liberate country, Panama, confirm. Let's see what happens with that. New Granada refuses demands. Okay. Where's the, it didn't do the pop-up with the Interface. Okay. They're fearful. So they're probably going to actually do it. I could add war goals as well. Obviously, that's too much infamy. I mean, it's not too much, but we'd start to get penalties. What we could do is we could actually add Panama to our power block and then actually give them this state. The problem is this state is right in the middle of New Granada, so I don't think that would end up happening very well. Let's leave it for now. Let's just mobilize our armies. Let's see if we can scare them. We do have a pretty modern army now, so this should be stronger than in the previous wars that we fought. I mean, if we have a look at New Granada's army is actually at a similar level of offense and defense, but we still outnumber them, so I imagine we'll be fine. We've also got to build some trade centers. We'll do that at some point. Seems fine to me. I believe we're still improving relations with Argentina, right? Is there anything we can do to help with that? We did actually give them a state. We gave them Paraguay as well. I think they'll use it better than we will. Let's see. What are we doing in the meantime as well? So, yeah, we're in a bit of debt. We're trying to make construction goods cheap, I guess. Oh. War with Mapuche is broken out. Oh, right. Argentina is colonizing. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you can handle that, Argentina. I'm going to let you do that. So we're building tooling workshops, food industries, arms industries. Looks like we're just trying to... I think we're just trying to satisfy people. What? Oh, we had a liquor shortage a while ago. Do we still have a liquor shortage? No. Well, let's get the tooling workshop done, and then let's do the paper mill after that, because it's saying we've got expensive paper, and we're the ones paying for it as the government, so let's do that. Oh, I remember what we were going to do as well. We were going to think about laws, weren't we? Hello, Natty LPV. Yeah, we're Brazil. We're playing Victoria 3. We're doing pretty well. We've got Pedro. How old is Pedro now? Let's see. Ah, he's got the beard. He's 18, so he's grown a beard. Nice. Yes, it's going alright. We're a constitutional empire. I'm still wondering how we ended up being an empire in the first place. How do you become an empire? But Brazil starts off as one. And yes, we're doing the Top Hat Empire. We've got our power block. We're trying to vassalize South America diplomatically. We vassalized Argentina by force, and that didn't go very well. Well, it did go well, but they don't like us, so we're trying to win them over to increase our cohesion again. Oh, the United States have joined in on their behalf. Okay, that's not good. Conquer Acre from Bolivia. Yes. Yes, I suppose that makes sense, doesn't it? Do we actually have a claim on this? Not really. Right, well, the US have joined in on behalf of New Granada. That's not great, is it? Are they gonna do anything? I'm guessing the US has an interest in Panama. Yes. Because our power block isn't obligated to join us in the war. They're just friends.
Thanks for the follow.
I'm beginning to think this may have been a mistake. Thank you very much for follow. Enjoy your fishy and froggy emotes. Thanks for stopping by. Well, poop. What are we... what are we going to do? I mean, their armies are stronger than ours as well. So they're more numerous and they're more advanced. And they obviously have a bigger industrial base than us. There's no one we can actually sway, because no one's good enough relations with us. And no one we could sway would actually matter compared to the US. So, they put humiliate here, so that would give us... That would give us minus 25% prestige, and minus 25% leverage generation for 5 years. If we just don't go for it. So, this is a lesson. This is why you shouldn't just declare wars all the time in this game. This is the first time I've been punished for it. So, if we get that minus 25%, we're probably going to end up below this major power threshold. or below this great power threshold. And then things are still going to start to fall apart from us. Right. Well, the thing is, if we do this, aren't the US just going to land anyways? They also have 37 flotillas. So there's no way we'd be able to stop them from doing a naval invasion. This feels pretty hopeless. Well, considering it's literally the very start, and we were figuring out options to do, I think we're just going to reload and we're going to not do this. And maybe we'll just start the VOD. We'll just start the VOD from here. We haven't done anything else. This is why I wanted to wait until today before we do anything important. So, we know that's not an option now. Fine. So, we don't really want to beat up these guys because the US is going to join in on their behalf. I guess then the next question is Bolivia. Because we do have our truce with Bolivia has run out. Is there anyone we want to release from Bolivia? Would we want to release like a subject or something? And we'll have a more thorough look at the menu before we decide to do anything this time. I don't think there's anyone we can liberate from them. And then we've established in terms of states, there's not necessarily any specific states we want from them. This is obvious. So this is part of Brazil in real life then, right? That's what I'm gathering. I'm not overly familiar. Is there actually anything here we want? There's 28,000 people. There's no resources that we specifically want. Oh, we do want this tiny little corner of Mato Grosso. That is true. So let's take that, and then, I don't know, let's just see what else we can get from them. So, it would be Conquer State, Mato Grosso, that's only 6 infamy as well. Would anyone join in on their behalf? Probably not. All the great powers hate Bolivia as well. And they might actually just accept this straight up. Let's do this. Let's just get this extra little bit of the state. How many people are actually here? I'm mostly doing this because I think we can just do this for free. There's 11,000 people. Are there any actual... there's one arable land. There's no... there's no resources in that little chunk. Well, whatever. We don't have to incorporate it. This is literally just free for us, right? Looks like the war with the Mapuche is still going to break out anyways. That's fine. So, you're mobilized. You can go here. And then... looks like Argentina is going to be able to fight off the Mapuche on their own anyway, so that's fine. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll just keep an eye on this. But I'm pretty sure Bolivia isn't going to be able to pull in the US. Yeah, I think the US... Can we actually, if we have a look on this menu, because this is probably going to inform a lot of what we do from here on out. Can we see where they have an interest? That we can. So they have an interest in Central America. Oh, that explains it. So the US joined in on that war because they have an interest in Central America. I mean, they have an interest in us as well. But, like, they can get directly involved. They have an interest in the Andes as well, but they don't like Bolivia. Which makes me think they probably wouldn't get swayed. Also, this is such a small war goal. I'm not sure it's even worth the infamy, to be honest, but we're going to do it anyways. Let's move the paper mills back up the list as well. Sitting on butt, I think, is still a good plan. We're trying to add Chile diplomatically, but the issue is they don't want to... They rejected our Power Bloc embassy because of our cohesion. So I think we just need to get our cohesion back up, which means I think we just play peacefully for now, apart from getting back our rightful land, which I think obviously makes sense. This is our rightful land. This is not just our imperialism. So far, all of the All of the direct conquest we've done has been rightful land. I don't really want to forcefully vassalize either of these guys yet, and I think we wouldn't be allowed to vassalize this guy anyways. Because of the US. I think perhaps what we do is we industrialize hard, try and get to the point where we match the US in strength, and then we go for it. Okay, so the Mapuche capitulated, that's fine. We got a heat wave of low intensity in Mato Grosso, okay. What else is going on? Don't care about the man of war shortage. Any ports? Are there any ports we should build? One here would probably be good. Add some more infrastructure. I can put that over here as well. Is that super important? Probably not. Let's just build it before the banana plantations. Let's add humiliate. There you go. Hooray! Yeah, that was all it took. Okay, so now we've got this little corner again. That's nice. That does mean that we'll end up with a truce with them until 1849. Okay. The other thing we're trying to do, so we've got lots of laws that we can pass. We're trying to get the landowners more on side. And I want to get them up to +8 so that we don't lose our migration attraction bonus, because Brazil is getting quite a lot stronger when we get these mass migration events. So we want to attract those. We did actually set a state to greener grass campaign, but I think to attract mass migration, I think we actually need to do a lot of them, because we need to increase our country's average migration attraction, which might be difficult to do with decrees. So this isn't having a huge effect, so I'm going to put the promote social mobility back here. We'll see what's going on with that. And I don't think we want to... Yeah, I just don't think we want to add Chile. We could do investment rights, allows Brazil to build in Chile. Looks like they sort of want that. If I gave them military assistance, then that could be good as well. Yeah, if we have investment rights, we start building in Chile, and then we vassalize later, then we could use all of those. Then those buildings will go back into our market. We'll get the dividends on the business regardless of where the goods go. This gives us plus 10%. Oh, I see. This gives us plus 10% military goods cost. And it gives them technology spread. That seems fine. I must say, Pedro looks a lot better with a beard. Well, that seems fine, doesn't it? Well, they don't want this either, really. I think maybe we just leave it. Okay, so if we're leaving it, what else do we want to do? We want to get more loyalists. So we're getting a lot of loyalists from standard of living increases. I think we're at the point where we can start pushing standard of living maybe a little bit. We're building the Arts Academy as well in Sao Paulo. That's nice. We have a look at our market. So we're still importing a lot of fabric. So we do want to do the cotton plantations as well. Just a few more of those. I do really like that Argentina is colonizing all of this on our behalf. That'll be pretty helpful. I think we speed for it for now. If we're not actually going to be doing any war... the other thing is, what about Los Altos? Can we add them? I think we don't actually have enough leverage. Yeah, they declined an invite. We could send it in May. Can we actually improve relations with them? No. We have too little influence. How irritating. Is it time I get rid of... Can I actually get rid of some of these? Can I get rid of... Let's have a look at our treaties and see if there's any treaties that have lapsed. So there's this one, which is trade privileges, and there's this one, which is an alliance with Venezuela. Well, let's cancel... Oh, this one doesn't cost us anything. Wait, this one doesn't cost us anything? Well, let's just leave it then. Okay, let's just unpause for a minute, because I think a couple of them are gonna go away. I think we can revoke this one. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. That's the Ecuador one, I believe. Now we have enough influence. So let's actually go back and improve relations with Los Altos again. Because we can definitely get them to join. What have we got here? Oh yeah, we've got San Salvador. Did we add San Salvador? Just check. No, you don't want a Power Bloc embassy either. Well, we can add them. Right, we built the tooling workshop. What was the plan with that? I think we just needed more numbers. Yeah, so that's going to start hiring slowly. That's fine. Yeah, let's just get our standard of living up. Let's get clothes. Let's get furniture. Oh, we've got a company. Ah, okay, this is good. Right. This is something else we were going to be thinking about today a lot. Let's pick a tech first. Now, I think the next one I would like... Obviously, we're still in debt, so getting more interest rate reduction would also be good. Looks like we're gonna unlock egalitarianism by spread pretty soon. We could get extra education institution investment. That might be nice. We do have a fair bit of bureaucracy because that event modifier expired. Yeah, let's do that. That sounds good. More education is good. That means we get the other techs faster. Now, companies. This is something big that we haven't really talked about yet. So, you can establish companies based on what buildings you have. And you want to establish a company that would be as productive as possible. A, because they'll give you a big throughput bonus. And B, they'll have a big construction bonus on buildings that are in their remit. So if we establish, say, the Brazilian Forestries Company, they would be quite productive. They would give more infrastructure. And... they would give more throughput on our logging camps. And this is really important because wood is a resource that we're using for construction, and we're also using it to produce a lot of other things down the line. And we already have 30 logging camps. So we can privatize those buildings, give them to the company, and they can get them sorted out right away. So that's really good. And this is a really strong company just generally to set up early game. Because until you get railways, you are limited by your infrastructure. And this will give us access to a nice baseline minimum of infrastructure. It does get capped at plus 15 from population, but... well, the cap will increase by 15 if we have this company, and we've got to make them prosperous. It's a combination of how popular the executive of the company is, how productive the company is, and how many buildings it owns. So I think this is a strong contender for getting this bonus right away. And this bonus will help us right away, which is good. We could do a fabric company and get extra textile mills throughput on our buildings. So with these intermediary buildings, throughput means you're taking in more input goods and you're producing more output goods. So unlike the extraction buildings, like the logging camps, throughput on logging camps turns into efficiency because you're not having to put an input good in. Or... for the most part, you're not having to put a lot of input goods in. It's fairly minimal compared to the outputs, but with the textile mills, the input to output ratio is higher. The other thing we want to bear in mind is certain companies can actually produce prestige goods. So these are prestigious variations of normal goods that will give you extra bonuses, or give your population extra bonuses when they consume them. They'll have increased trade advantage from exports. They'll boost throughput to industries that use them as input ingredients. And if they're military goods, then they increase your offense and defense directly. So that's really strong. But you have to be either a top 3 producer in the world for a certain amount of time to unlock this via the journal, or you have to find a company that gives you a unique, unique prestige good that's unique to Brazil. We could do the coffee company. This gives us extra colony growth speed. I don't really care about that because Argentina is going to be doing all of our colonizing, I think. I mean, we could end up going to Africa. I just don't think there's actually a lot of point in going to Africa. We already have everything we need here. We've got enough land as it is. And then we got agriculture company. This isn't super productive, but there's a lot of buildings available. This gives extra food industries and livestock ranches throughput. If we have a look at what goods we're already producing a lot of, if we have a look in here, so we're number 1 in coffee. So if we did this, we probably would be able to unlock reserve coffee. So in this case, it improves standard of living by up to 20% for pops consuming coffee. So that is quite possible, I think. No one's going to compete with us for this, but we really don't want the colony growth speed bonus. And then, so those are all the companies we have access to right now without having actually done any preparation. I didn't even think about preparing, but there's some other companies that we could set up if we meet certain conditions. So we can set up a furniture company if we have a level 5 furniture or glassworks in a state. And then that would let us produce prestige furniture. And that would be very productive, but that's only because we don't have a lot of buildings at the moment. So I don't think this is a really good one to do. Metalworks is pretty good. Tools are used by most things later on in the game. You also use them for construction. And you can actually get a prestige version of tools. And this boosts the throughput of your construction sectors by 20%, I believe. If you're using a construction method that uses tools. But we haven't got very many tooling workshops. So it might be a bit difficult to get that going. But the bonus of 5% extra throughput on all manufacturing is very strong. This United Construction Conglomerate, you unlock this with a Power Bloc feature, so we're probably not going to do this one. It's got a very good bonus, though. And then we've got the clothes one. Could be good, but we're not really producing enough clothes yet. I think we're going to be able to compete well with that. I want to think about what unique companies we have access to that are for Brazil as well. And I must admit, this is a bit of a case where I want to actually look at the wiki. Because there's a few different Brazil exclusive companies. So this one here, this is a company that you can only get in Kansai in Japan. So we're not going to be able to get this one. But we've got an interest, which I think is why this is showing up. This one does seem like a Brazilian one. Any Brazilian state strategic region is Brazil. So this is wood and paper, and it gives us extra maximum infrastructure, and it gives us extra tooling workshops throughput. That's pretty good. Oh, and it gives us the unique hardwood, the Rosewood. Oh, well, we've got to do this company. This is clearly better than the generic logging company. But we need a level 5 paper mills to build this. Well, I think we just need to do this. What's our current plan on paper mills? I probably should have prepared for that. Oh, look, we're actually literally building one in Rio right now. So if we just build another one after this, we can actually just do that company immediately and get our unique prestige hardwood that no one else has access to. So that's a pretty good no-brainer there, isn't it? We'll just do that. That seems like a good plan for now. Sit on butt and make paper. Also, our actual balance is going down slowly enough now that I think we're going to start paying off interest soon. So that's good. That's because we have the reduced throughput on the construction from here. But that's okay. Interest is going up with the landowners as well. I wonder why this is. Probably time modifiers expiring. We're also attracting more loyalists. The amount of loyalists we have keeps going up. They actually have +3 approval from loyalists. So that's good. Wait. France is trying to vassalize Mexico. Okay. That's funny. That's very funny. I think I'm going to stay out of that one. Who... What is going to happen with this? Do I care about France vassalizing Mexico? Yeah, this game has had some pretty interesting diplomacy going on. We got the British Republic here. Victoria is no longer in charge. We currently have Chancellor Edward Wedderburn. This changes every time we look at it. Right, monument to the Emperor. A statue of Emperor Pedro was commissioned and has been suggested to be displayed proudly in Minas Gerais. Yeah, why not? Extra 3% prestige. Some extra radicals. We don't want lower approval from the landowners. Let's just do that. That's fine. The more prestige we have, the better, the more efficient our power block will be. So I think we do actually just generally want to maximize prestige now. Looks like Argentina's liberty desire is going down too. Our cohesion's going back up. This is good. So we're not divided anymore. We're currently stable. Does this mean we could actually add a country to our power block? Let's investigate. You're pretty close. Let's wait a little longer, because I'm pretty sure you're going to flip to us. That's fine. Also, we're making an arts academy. Now, arts academies are pretty fun. They turn paper into fine art, and that's a very expensive good that your highest earning pops like to consume. Usually it's pretty profitable once you've got a decent amount of wealthy pops. Capital interests. The interest of the landowners in the lucrative wood of the British Republic has led them to begin lobbying in favor of closer ties to the British Republic. Okay, that sounds good. Or we can just reduce their political strength instead of giving them a lobby. Now, the thing is, I think I actually want to give them a lobby. They used to have a lobby, but it used to be anti-British, I think. But now they're a republic. They're all happy about it. Because we're, I guess we're sending a load of... I guess we're importing a load of wood from them. That's a sign we need to build more lumber camps again. But the thing is, we can get our company to build lumber camps once we actually build all these paper mills. Let's make this lobby. Let's make them happy. So, because that will let us get our landowners to +8. That will let us pass another law without removing this migration attraction bonus. So, what could we do with Britain then? Can we... We could give them trade privileges. So, this is a cost of 100 for them. We could do bilateral trade privileges. Is that a good idea? We could owe them an obligation and do it. Yeah, that sounds fine. Whatever, let's do it. It'll be interesting to see what ends up happening with some of these. Right. Okay, so... Quito agreement. We don't need this with Venezuela. Venezuela's in our pocket, so we can withdraw from this one. We need to save the influence. Lima Convention. I think we can cancel this one. Then the Salvador Declaration. So that's Chile, right? Well, we want to keep this. And then... This is the alliance. We should keep the alliance. And then this is just single-way trade privileges, so we can keep that. Okay, let's leave that. And then... Do we want to do anything else to improve relations with them? I mean, we could just do improve relations. But we probably don't have enough currency for that at the moment. Let's stop improving relations with France and improve relations with Britain instead. That seems fine. I might also... Is there anyone else I want to improve relations with? Probably El Salvador, right? Let's do that. We'll give them a Power Bloc statue as well. Well, it looks like France is actually going to invade Mexico. I don't necessarily think that's a problem. I don't really feel like fighting France. I think we are just going to let them do it. Okay, anything else we want to do? Probably not at the moment. Let's just speed for it. I think most of the war in this game was going to happen early. I think most of the rest of this we can do diplomatically. I don't tend to declare war that often in this game. But we had to get our rightful land back. Oh look, they're at +9 now. Wow, we got +2 approval for appeasement already. That's good. That means we can do a law. We want to get the Catholics more on side as well. I do want to improve this, though. We got -1 from endorsement, from appeasement. Why have we got -1 here? Why is that -1? Oh, relations are decreasing. Oh. Well, we'll have to increase those again as well. Let's do a law. So we can do a few different laws now. So long as it's one that gets like a -5. We could do propertied women, maybe? Or is this -10? No, this is -10. Let's not do that. We could do elected bureaucrats. This will save us some bureaucracy. Because we don't need all of this taxation capacity from appointed bureaucrats. That would remove the big prestige boost we have from the intelligentsia, though. So maybe not. What about... I don't think we want to do total separation, because we still want to keep the church on side. If we went for census suffrage... We could do census suffrage. This would make the industrialists very annoyed. This would also get rid of our electoral clientelism amendment, which is giving us some extra authority, but... I mean, I think ultimately we want to get rid of that. So this says it will radicalize the industrialists. And the industrialists are 6,000 people. So I don't care about that, do I? I don't care about 6,000 radicals. Do I? And then the other benefit of this as well is we get more legitimacy based on votes. We get larger government size allowance. So actually, we can directly compare it here. So we lose 50 authority. We get extra political strength from literate pops votes as opposed to votes. The wealth threshold for voting reduces. So plus 20 means only pops with 20 or higher standard living in here can vote. Census suffrage reduces it down to 10. So that means that most of our population will be able to vote. And legitimacy from government clout decreases, legitimacy from votes increases. The government size allowance is the same. We get less legitimacy penalty from having a mix of different parties in here that are split on different views. We get less electoral confidence impact reduction, and we unlock women's suffrage as a potential law. I mean, this doesn't seem... This seems like it would be nice to have, but we don't need to do it just yet, maybe. We've got censorship at the moment, so this gives us more authority, and it lets us suppress political movements better. But it also reduces our text spread, and we want text spread. So we probably want to do right for assembly to remove that penalty. And we could do that now, and it wouldn't scupper things too badly. Let's do this. Let's do this. And then we can negotiate with someone as well if we want. So that doesn't actually affect any of these modifiers. And we could actually negotiate with the landowners and make them a bit happier. They are collaborative, and they'll get rid of this stall chance, which I think is probably useful. Let's have a look and see what they offer. So they could get us. They want us to potentially lower taxes. They want us to potentially add political concessions, which we don't want to do. We can vow to improve the lives of the common people. I think we could potentially do this. The other thing is, if we do this and we don't actually satisfy this, the landowners get really pissed off with us. But I think we're probably going to have to piss them off at some point anyways. And I also think improving our standard of living to 10.9 is actually doable now that we're starting to transition away from slavery. And bear in mind, if we do it, if we get a mass migration going, we're probably going to attract a lot of wealthier pops from other countries as well, potentially. So I think we could do that. The thing is, we have to pick one, because if we don't pick one, then we just get, we lose one approval. To be fair, that wouldn't necessarily scupper things. It's just a matter of whether we can do it or not. We could also just lower taxes by one level instead. This will set taxes to low for 2 years. So that would reduce our money by... That would reduce our budget by 6.5 thousand. I think we could actually do that. I think we could actually do that. Because we're going to get quite a bit more efficient when we actually build this company. Let's just lower taxes for a bit. That seems fine. We can't raise them again for another 2 years. Okay, we unlocked mechanical tools. So we don't need steel tools yet. Sulfite pulping for paper mills. This is one of the reasons why we want to actually get sulfur in our country. Because it means we can make paper a lot more efficiently from our wood. Unlock slaughterhouses. For livestock ranches. We want this because it means more tools but more meat, I think. And then we can use tools to get more coffee as well. Okay, let's go and have a look at all of our buildings then. So... I think we just want our buildings, right? Is located in Brazil. Let's filter there. So, what would the effect of adding tools here be? Generally, I think this is fine. If we look at tools, we have a bit of a deficit, but we have a large deficit of meat. So this definitely seems like something to do everywhere. And then if we have a look at the coffee, we can go to turn 5 tools into 5 coffee. Now the thing is, we already produce too much coffee. So we probably don't want to do this yet. So that's fine. We also unlocked the furniture production method. So if we go to Rio, we could add tools to get more luxury furniture production. The thing is, we still just need more regular furniture. I'm only doing one level of luxury furniture production just because we don't have any domestic production. So let's leave that as it is for now. We don't want to go to steel tools because we're not making steel yet. We could import sulfur and do paper. That seems fine, right? But again, we don't have sulfur directly in our market yet. Maybe we leave it for now. We're going to have a company setting up a lot of paper mills anyways. That being said, we do want to make the paper mills as efficient as possible as well, so we can get our prosperity higher with the company. The other thing is, because we've lowered taxes now, our population should be paying less taxes. This means they should increase their standard of living a fair bit. We'll see how that goes. But that will probably help attract migration as well. Good. It'd be really nice if we could get plus 10. And if we can keep improving things with Great Britain, then I think we can get the landowners to plus 10. I don't really want to give them investment rights because, well, if we gave them investment rights, then they would build in our country, but they would get all the dividends. which I'm not sure I really want. Yeah, we're improving relations. We'll just let that grow gradually, I think. Iron is now expensive? Okay. We got an iron mine in the queue. We can do an iron mine here. Actually, do we want any iron mines in these states? We could put one in Bahia. We could put one in Sarah. You know what? Let's do that just to remind me to do it later. We're not necessarily building these right away. This is because Argentina is building with iron frame buildings. We should probably do that at some point. It is more economically efficient than constructing using wooden buildings. But we actually need to get the industry going first for that. Is this actually affecting any of my buildings? It would be nice if there was a way to filter this to my buildings, but I guess this means the tooling workshops are going to get hit by that anyways. I guess I don't mind if my vassal is building stuff more quickly. How is the power block going? Okay, so we can invite country. We can invite Los Altos. So Los Altos will accept, right? You'll definitely accept. Yes. There you go, have fun. You're now in our power block. Okay, and then what we could do is we could... You don't want a power block embassy with us still. Why is this? Is this still because of cohesion? Kind of. I could give you trade privileges. No. Nah, let's leave it. They can be convinced later. So, this means we can get rid of improved relations from Los Altos. And that means we can put that back... Oh, we can't quite put it back in France. We don't have quite enough influence for that. Uruguay. We don't need to improve relations with Uruguay. There you go. I missed out. Right, that's fine. Okay. Let's build the 5th paper mill. And then we'll get to work. Yeah, look, we've been promoted. We've been promoted from grain to chair. That's always a good sign. What we got? A novel solution. In Francisco Sabino's Body of Published Works is a popular new book with a vision on what right of assembly might look like. Lawyers affiliated with the Catholic Church say the contents are legally sound. So we can get extra popularity for the leader of the intelligentsia. Extra church approval and attraction. This is going down at the moment, isn't it? We could do some extra church attraction to keep that above 18. Extra enactment chance. We could get more extra enactment chance by spending a tiny bit of money. That's not a lot of money at all. Or we can get more authority. Let's do the Catholic pop attraction. This is more pop attraction. Yeah, do it. We're almost at the point where we're getting the petty bourgeoisie and the intelligentsia powerful too. And that'll be really nice for the extra loan interest rate, the extra bureaucracy, the extra prestige. You are almost at the point where you're not going to be negating our manufacturing tax income, so that would be nice as well. Especially as we start to make more manufacturing buildings. Yeah, loyalists continue to increase. This is really good. We don't normally have this many loyalists, but I guess lowering taxes will have that effect as well. But we really just need to focus on making our construction goods cheaper. But the paper will do that. This also shows the ideology of all of our different group leaders. So we've got a slaver in charge of the landowners. We've got a liberal in charge of the church. We've got a reformer in charge of the petty bourgeoisie. We've got a market liberal in front of the intelligentsia. And then a republican for the industrialists. Interesting. Not sure whether that's going to have a big effect or not. What's going on with Mexico then? Did you give in? No, you're currently fighting the war with France. Okay, well have fun, Mexico. This is fine. Yeah, I think we just relax on speed 4 for a little bit. Get this paper mill built, and then set this company up. Oh, hold on, what we got? We've got egalitarianism, so we can do extra social security. We haven't got social security yet, I don't think. That's like welfare laws and things. That's very good for getting standard of living up among your poorest, but if a lot of people are on welfare, that costs a lot of money. You can very easily fall into the trap of getting into too much debt because you're paying people's welfare, especially because of how slow it is to change bureaucracy levels. So this is mainly a drawback at the moment because it's going to mean the more literate people are, the more they're going to expect more standard of living. But I think we're fairly on top of that, so I'm not worried. It does unlock some laws as well. We can do universal suffrage or proportional taxation. We'll think about that later. What's our current tax law? It's per capita. That's pretty good. Makes us more than the usual land-based taxation. Proportional will make us less, but the more industrialized our country gets, the more that is going to become the better option eventually. Oh look, we're getting the tax income now from the landowners. That's nice. Got a harvest condition again. We got an earthquake. Okay. Kind of rough. Looks like we're back to 40 construction. So we should get this done a little bit faster. What? We got extreme winds. All the natural disasters affect Brazil. We got free speech pamphlets. Pamphlet in favor of right of assembly has been circulated legally. So this will help our cause. Or we get extra bolstering to the liberal movement. Let's just get this law enacted more quickly. I think now that we've got a foreign lobby that the landowners like, this may give us a bit more leeway on passing laws that the landowners don't like. Because they're at plus 10 approval now, and we're actively passing a law they don't like. So that's really good. If we can keep boosting loyalists as well, that's going to be really good for us. I'm not sure what the actual max effect of loyalists on approval is. I guess it depends how many loyalists there are in each interest group. I mean, it does say, at the moment, it's like sort of 15% of them are loyalists for the landowners. Interesting. Well, we'll hover over to Mexico occasionally and see what happens. France will have to land a naval invasion, so we'll see what happens. Okay. Is this like the last week left? We got 2 weeks left. That's fine. I do want to keep boosting the petty bourgeoisie. Now, what we could do to boost the petty bourgeoisie, this is a bit of a funny one. We have got some extra bureaucracy, and we do have, let's see, we have... Oh, you're the leader of the petty bourgeoisie. If we went to our army, so you are in the intelligentsia, you're in the armed forces, and you're in the landowners. If we promote some of these generals, we can get them to have more political clout. But we already have slightly too many generals. And once you promote them, you can't unpromote them. I don't know, maybe we'll just leave it for now. Right, okay. We have built the fifth paper mill in Rio. So this is good. We're making a fair bit of paper now. That should get the goods cost down, and it has got the goods cost down. We should probably switch to iron next. If for nothing else, and to help Argentina. But we also eventually want the iron for ourselves. So I think that makes sense. But what this should mean is we should be able to unlock our unique company now. Right? Yeah, this one. So this will give us extra maximum infrastructure from population, and this will give us extra tooling workshops throughput as well. And we can privatize our logging camps and let them buy them off of us. when the company buys buildings off of us as well, they will be directly paying off our debts to do that. So that's great. And they obviously get the paper mills as well. This seems like a fairly good no-brainer. And then we're guaranteed to eventually get the Rosewood, because this is a unique prestige good to Brazil, because we're the only ones that can form this company. Hooray. So our executive is Miguel Moreira, and they're in the industrialists. That makes sense. Are they popular? They have a normal level of popularity. Can we do anything with them? We can arrange an accident if we have secret police. That's fine. I like his moustache. Very good. So their prosperity is already going up. Let's investigate this further. So we have a few things we can do. We have some... We can give them monopoly rights. So what would this do? Let's look at this again. So it gives the company a monopoly on a specific industry. Any future building levels may not be constructed by private actors other than the company. And any nationally owned levels will automatically be available for the company to privatize. Okay, I'm not sure we specifically need to do this for either of these industries because we don't have any competition yet. Industry rights. We can actually get them to have access to an additional industry. And in this case, it's sulfur mines. So that would be good if we directly controlled some sulfur mines, which we don't. But once we vassalize Peru or Chile, we can get them... We can get this company to build sulfur mines in Peru and Chile for us. And remember, a company builds stuff 40% more efficiently than we do. So we want that. I don't think we need to bother with any of this for now. We could give them trade rights as well. This will let them build trade centers. That would be good for us because we actually want them to build trade centers. So I think I will let them do this. So now we can privatize our trade centers and give them to this unique company as well. So let's go in here. And we will privatize all of these. So privatize the paper mills. Privatize the lumber mills. And then trade centers can also be privatized. Okay, good. And then that company will have a little bar down here, and we're trying to fill it all the way up to the top. So we're trying to get to 100 prosperity. And the productivity is very high, so that's fantastic for us. So once they actually buy all the buildings off of us, we should definitely hit 100 prosperity. So let's unpause it and see what happens. You start off with only a couple of buildings. So if we have a look at your assets, you start off with 5 logging camps in Bahia. Because I think they always get started in Bahia. And then as they earn money, they will spend that on buying buildings off us. So at the moment, we're in debt by 2.65 million. And we'll see this drop off as they buy stuff. But the Argentinians are having a coup. That's interesting. A general is trying to get the armed forces into power. Okay. I don't really mind that. Political movement is disbanded. The Amazonic National Movement. Okay. An obscure meeting. Francisco Sabino and a proxy of the landowners have rambled at length about the positives of right of assembly. One was cognizant enough to take minutes. Good. So this gives attraction to the landowners and the intelligentsia and enactment chance, or I'm not going to bother with that. I think we're just going to give the landowners a win in this case. Because the intelligentsia get one as well. That's fair enough. Okay. Yeah, and the company will build more lumber mills for us. So the good thing about having a company as well is they're going to start building stuff in our private queue instead of just our financial districts and our manor houses. And again, they build stuff more efficiently than normal. So it's really good to have them do it. What have we got up here? A good vintage. The wine produced in Rio Grande do Sul has been lauded by sommeliers as outstanding. Good. We can get extra prestige, or we can get extra output. Well, we're a power block. We want prestige. That's always important for us, apparently. We definitely want to keep building more iron, so let's keep doing that. A foreign manifesto. The recently translated works of Unkeo Kuman from Champasak, interesting, have become popular with the abolitionist movement. The relationship is developed to the point of Unkeo Kuman openly endorsing the movement. So we can get extra abolitionist movement attraction, or we can suppress them and piss off the industrialists. Let's just... We'll accept it. It's fine. We are ultimately trying to get rid of slavery, totally, aren't we? So that would be fine. I'm glad we're on low taxes and we're actually not hemorrhaging money. But yeah, you can see our credit is going down, even though we're also still spending money, because our company has bought like 6 buildings. They bought the trade centers and they bought the logging camps. Great. And they're going to keep buying buildings from us as they keep making money until they own all of them. Until they own all of the ones that we privatized for them. Problematic policing. Police officers in uniform have been discovered supporting Brazilian-British Friendship Committee activity while on duty, lowering public confidence in the police force. I don't mind. That's good. Right? Yeah, that's good. Let's just do it. There's not a lot of people in this province. I think this is fine. Yeah. Our radicals are low enough that we're not actually getting any penalties from radicals either, which is nice. Good. What is the situation with Chile? Chile's leverage is not really changing. We've got 14 months until we can unlock the next mandate. That's fine. Can we? Can we subjugate someone? No. We would lose 90 cohesion for subjugating Venezuela. That's interesting. Cohesion has to be greater or equal to 50%. Okay, well that's fine. We're still improving relations with Argentina, right? Yes. Okay, that's fine. How are you doing? Do you want a Power Bloc embassy yet? No, you really don't. I could set up a defensive pact. I could guarantee your independence. I don't know. We'll just improve relations and see how that goes. I'm not going to overly worry about that too much. Let's speed 4 again. Some more economic stuff today. The industrialists are no longer pissed off with us, so we're getting more tax income again. Good. How's the French-Mexican war going? It doesn't seem to be going anywhere. It looks like there's a naval invasion over here in Texas. Yeah, the Mexicans control Texas, apparently. Got optimal sunlight. An actual good event for change for harvest conditions. Hold on, we got revolution in Iberia. What we got? We got the Portuguese aristocratic revolt. Fun. We've had some weird revolts in this game. Nothing super interesting going on over there. We could decrease autonomy in Argentina. Ooh. So if we do this, Argentina will go from a protectorate to a puppet. And if we look at the actual subject types table, a protectorate doesn't pay us any money. And they could do their own diplomatic plays. And that's good for them. But we can actually downgrade them to a puppet, which means they can't do independent diplomatic plays. And they have to pay us 30% of their income. That's nice. Do we want to do that? I think we do. We don't have any other direct subjects. This adds a truce. I don't think this affects the Power Bloc, right? It increases liberty desire. Well, I don't think this reduces relations, does it? Well, let's see. I think I am going to do it. Yeah, look. Look at this. We've changed their flag. Look, we've got our flag on their flag now. Good. So, if we look at the relations, is that on here as well? Let's go back to the power block overlay then. Is that going to increase again? No, it's decreasing again now because they have more liberty desire. I think that will still tick down. Yeah, okay. That's not so good. But hey, we get 30% of Argentina's income now, so that's paying off some of our debt. And look, they're green on the map now. That's the most important thing. But the other thing is, let's just check this. So their liberty desire is still going down because of their economic dependence on us. So that's good. We could probably do with making our army a bit bigger to get this liberty desire down as well. So that is something we could do. Maybe later. We should add some artillery, actually. What artillery do we have access to? We don't currently have any. Mobile artillery obviously requires some artillery input. We could build an artillery foundry. This requires iron and hardwood. That's fine by me. We have both of those. We got a Brazilian national awakening. The Brazilian nationalists starting to form. Okay. So if we want to build a artillery foundry, where would the best spot for one be? We could do one in, let's see. We probably just want to do it in Rio, right? Or Bahia. Let's do it in Rio. I think we'll build one of everything in Rio. But we'll have enough iron to do that. And then each artillery foundry gives 25. So then that means we can make... because each artillery consumes 2. We could make 12 artillery, so we could put 6 in each army. Seems like a good idea. Oh, let's upgrade our cavalry as well. We should definitely do that. We can get lancers now. That will help. So we're building a vineyard in Rio Grande do Sul. And then our company is going to start... is still spending our private sector funding on buying buildings. So hopefully they'll continue to do that. What else is going on? We've got 12 buildings now. You're looking very prosperous. That's good. Yeah, I just think we just let things keep going for now. This is going to trend upwards. Looks like Right of Assembly is getting to voting. That's good. So the other thing is, now that we actually have Argentina as a puppet, we now have a direct border with Chile. Is that going to affect adding them to the power block? Our leverage is still too low with Chile. Are we improving relations with Chile? No. Oh, I think we've already maxed out relations with Chile. So, should we try negotiating with them? We could give them military... We could give them military assistance. Then we could build in Chile. I think we do want to do this. Because we can give our company access to sulfur mines. And we can build sulfur mines in Chile and then trade with them. I believe we already have trade advantage shared. So we could do that. Looks like we could do with sweetening the deal for them. Let's sweeten the deal for them with an obligation. And then let's see if our what we'll do is we'll actually let our company start doing sulfur mines, and we'll see if they start building sulfur mines in Chile. Because I would really like to get our paper thing going. Why are things so expensive here now? Oh, because private construction finished. Let us... Oh, what were we going to do? We were going to add... We're going to add sulfur mines to this company. Sounds good. But they're still going to try and privatize things. So we're paying a lot of money at the moment that's going into debt, but we should bear in mind that because the private sector isn't building anything, they're going to just purchase stuff off of us for 0.15 million each at a time instead. So this is okay for now. We got a lead shortage. Why have we got a lead shortage? Oh, lead mines just need to fill up again. That's fine. Yeah, let's leave that alone for now. Chilean attitude improved. Oh! We've got the Chilean-Brazilian League forming in their country. So this should help us a lot with getting leverage on them, I think. Yes, it will. So we may be able to add Chile. Good. Doesn't really look like there's anyone else to add. I think the Caribbean is generally going to be a bit too heavily influenced by the US. So maybe we'll just leave that now. We got nice moderate rainfall, that's good. Cohesion is going to stick at 30. Well, that Liberty Desire will come down. In fact, is there anything more we could do with Liberty Desire for Argentina? We could probably... We could reduce their payments to get reduced Liberty Desire. That's probably fine, right? We can exempt them from service. I don't need them to join in our plays. We just wanted the money, really, didn't we? Let's just do that. We still want the money. Okay. Yeah, the cohesion requirement and cost of doing these diplomatic vassalizations is going to be tricky. Let's keep on speed 4 for a bit. Oh look, we got rid of most of our negative market dealies. Nice. Yeah, we built the iron mines. How is the iron price now? Still pretty high, but that's okay. We're going to build the artillery foundry as well. Do we want to build the food industries? So people get access to groceries. Was there a reason I was doing this? I don't think we need to do that just yet. Still got a big deficit of wood. I would like to actually just build the artillery foundry so we can get some artillery going. That gives us another use for the hardwood now that we're going to be making the most efficient version of hardwood. Okay, you're privatizing logging camps, you're going to build another trade center, that's good. But yeah, look, they get the plus 42% construction, company construction bonus. It's so strong. Got a campaign of banquets. Francisco Sabino's attendance at a bourgeois fundraising banquet in Rio de Janeiro has led to an uptick in funds promoting right of assembly. That's good. So we get extra enactment time, reduction, and success chance, and we get extra political strength in the capital. Or we can exaggerate those bonuses, and then our intelligentsia leader gets this trait, which reduces their popularity. Nah, let's just leave it. This law's doing fine. Okay. Looks like more paper again. How many sulfur mines do you actually have? Do you have sulfur already? Not there. Not there. Not there. So, I think the thing is that I think we need to generate some demand for sulfur for it to start getting built in here by this company. So I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go to our paper bills. And I'm going to set them to sulfur. That's so much sulfur, though. I think what we'll do... Let's set the ones in Sao Paulo to sulfite pulping. Because then, we could probably import that much sulfur from somewhere else in the meantime. And then, that will stimulate the production of sulfur mines in Chile. So, let's have a look at the market. So I'm imagining what we'll get here is we'll get a little bit for sulfur. Yeah, we're already importing some sulfur. Really? We're already importing sulfur? Did the wheat just roll over or something? No. Oh, yes, it did. Okay. So we're importing that sulfur now. That's good. I'm not sure how long or how much sulfur we're going to be able to import from random places. Where is it coming in from as well? We've got a lot of extra trade capacity now. It's coming in from Sicily. Yeah, here's a fun fact. This state here, Sicily, has 100 available sulfur mines because it has Mount Etna. So if you ever need sulfur in Europe, that's what you're looking at. In that case, we could probably actually set it on all of these, right? And just keep importing a load of sulfur. I think that makes sense, because we pay for paper. It's important. If we have a look at paper now, we're actually getting a little bit too much of it. But the funny thing is, we've got a company in charge of paper production. We could make excess paper and export it. People usually do buy paper off of you. Let's try this. Let's try it. Most of our productivity is coming from the lumber mills anyways. So this should still go up to 100 eventually. So we got a sulfur shortage, that makes sense. But if we're already buying it from Sicily, we should be able to keep buying it from Sicily. They're exporting 116 total. Yeah, that's fine. And then if we look at our actual paper production now, yeah, we're exporting all the paper. And everyone's buying it off of us. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, look how much extra paper we're making now. And how much money we've actually saved now that we made paper cheaper. Good. We can invite country to Power Bloc. Chile, please join us. They might accept 35% chance. If we owe an obligation, they will accept. Good. Please join our Power Bloc. You do it? Hooray. Right, okay, so this is good. This means we now have 4 minor powers in here. And our cohesion is probably going to keep decreasing a little bit, but it's going to decrease to 21. Okay. Still, this is progress. We just need to keep swaying Argentina. So let's have a look at our private construction queue. I'm imagining this is eventually going to involve sulfur mines in Chile. One would hope. Speed for it again, I think. We're almost done with right of assembly, I think. Yeah, there we go. So that reduces our authority a little bit, but that's fine. We don't actually have to adjust any of our decrees to get rid of this deficit. And that's good for us, I think, because it means we get more tech spread. Right, so landowners are at +5. So, can we get them to +8 again? I think that's going to be quite hard. I think that law change penalty will decrease over time. So perhaps we just need to spread it out a little bit. Any other laws in the meantime that we could change without them getting pissed off? They even dislike us changing from mercantilism to free trade. The extra trade advantage for exports. To be fair, we're exporting a lot anyways, so that probably works out well for us. We could go for universal suffrage, but the petty bourgeoisie don't like that one either. That would be pretty hard to do. I think perhaps we just leave it until the penalty decreases and we go back to -8. We don't have to change all of these laws at once. Homesteading, they don't like at all either. Yeah, let's just not worry about that then for now. Are there any institutions we can do? Not really. Let's leave it for now. That's fine. We get some more loyalists. We did get a few more loyalists. Yeah, look, we got +4 approval on the industrialists. Let's just keep adding loyalists. We're getting the private cotton plantations as well. That's good. How's your war going, Mexico? Anything interesting going on? I don't think anything's actually getting fought over here. Oh, well, France has lost quite a few troops. They haven't made any headway with their landing. Very interesting. Why declare the war if you don't actually go over there and enforce it? Oh, we're building the food industry now? Let's leave that for now. What else do we want? I have got another cotton plantation queued up. Let's just do that. That's quick. And then maybe the port after that. Looks like the church have fallen off. The armed forces are joining in again. Okay. Oh, we are getting more authority from the church. So we did want these guys to be more powerful. They've lost a lot of clout all of a sudden. Oh, something's happening here. Oh, we've got a lot of things here now. Hold on. So we've got the election again. So the church... Oh, I see. The church and the armed forces have joined the Conservative Party. That's what's happened. Okay. Well, we're still on wealth voting. That's mildly annoying because I wanted to keep the birth rate bonus, but... Well, we still got the birth rate bonus, but it's much smaller. If we gave them a term... Do we want to give them a turn? I don't think it actually affects their happiness. What's our current electoral confidence? Let's have a look at the government again. What does it say electoral confidence down here? Got 5% electoral confidence. Okay, I don't think I really care about that. Let's just do this. There you go, 0% electoral confidence. Congratulations. But the effects are modified by minus 75%, so I don't care. That's fine. Okay, so a donation of knowledge. Looks like the leader of the industrialists is going to build a university in Bahia. Yeah, that seems good to me. Sure. We've got lots of paper, that makes sense. And then we got this. The defeat of the British landowners in the revolution has broken the landowners' interests in upholding the Brazilian-British Friendship Committee. They've halted their advocacy for closer ties with the British Republic. Oh, right. Well, that's not really what I want, because we got a +3 bonus with them at the moment. We don't really have a choice. Damn. Well, that's no good. That means we lose the migration attraction bonus, which means we probably don't actually care about the landowners anymore, right? Yeah, that lobby has disappeared. What have you guys done again? You're a democratic republic now. Yeah, and the landowners are nowhere to be seen. We got Richard Cobden in here. Wow, this is changing up like every time we look. Okay, so we don't care about what the landowners are doing anymore. So we should just pass the law that we want to pass now. We will get hit with a tax cut, but we're on low taxes anyways. So we should just pick the one that we want to do for us. Oh, we could do guaranteed liberties. I think we actually want National Guard as our institution for internal security because we get a lot of harvest condition modifiers. We don't need these modifiers from guaranteed liberties. So that's something we could do. We could go ahead and do elected bureaucrats. You don't really want them to get angry, but I guess I don't really mind that much. We've got to do this at some point. That'll save us bureaucracy. We could do property women, but that would piss off the church too. Oh, welfare. We could do welfare. We could enact the poor laws. So this means that people would get 20% welfare payments, extra food security. They get lower political strength when they're accepting welfare. This would cost a little bit of bureaucracy, but we can pay to make sure that people aren't really suffering. But is this something we want to have with slaves? Probably not. I think we probably need to get rid of slavery first. We can do no migration controls. There we go. Then we can accept anyone, because at the moment we're on migration controls, so we can only accept people mass migrating with at least 60 cultural acceptance. This means anyone can come in. That might be worth doing. If we did this, the Brazilian supremacist movement would be agitating, but they still wouldn't actually be protesting. So that seems fine. Yeah, let's do this. I guess we lose the petty bourgeoisie bonus on interest, though. It's still probably relevant for now. What about slavery? Can we just ban slavery? I mean, they would be protesting, but again, I don't think they would actually start a revolution. I mean, if we're going to piss them off, we could just piss them off the whole way. Landowners is 27,000 people. That's not that many. Or we could switch off of local police force and get dedicated police force. And then we can start upgrading the police force. That seems like a more reasonable approach to take. Let's just do this for now. Okay, so... And then who can we negotiate with? We can negotiate with the industrialists. Do we want to do that? We've got a couple of negotiations going on here anyways. So we could leave that for now. You're not actually angry enough to even get this tax penalty. That's good. Yeah, sure. Let's just leave it like this for now. You would increase the success chance by 10%. We completed the tax cuts. Okay. I'm going to raise taxes again then, because this is quite a lot of money we're losing. Even with the company buying things. We don't need the other benefits from that. What else is... Oh, we can negotiate with the landowners. I don't want to do that because negotiations would be tense and they'd ask for a lot. So I think we just leave it as it is. Or do we want the industrialists to be stronger again? I don't care that much about the industrialists. Let's leave it for now. The US is attempting to open the market of Japan. Why has Peru left the Power Bloc? What? How does that work? Why? Our leverage advantage dropped too much. I'm sure we could get them back in. We'll just have to actually work on that. So how about we stop increasing relations with Britain because we no longer have a lobby for them. We start increasing them with Peru. And then who else? I think that will do for now. I guess maybe we just set up a... Oh no, they're all leaving. Why are they all leaving? It's not what I like to see. Oh, look, we got this, the Russians are exerting leverage over them. Well, that's no good. I mean, the good news is it means the cohesion will start going up again, but they're probably not going to accept to come back in. Let's, I guess we did have to keep those treaties up. Let's just do that for now. Boo! No bueno. Again, this is the first time we've actually done anything involving power blocks. How will this go? Japan is fearful. They probably will open up their market then. Then we can start trading with Japan. Maybe. Finishing off the artillery foundry. You're going to build a glassworks in Rio Grande do Sul. Fair enough. Oh, but we need Peruvian sulfur. You're going to expand the paper mills after that? That's fine. Okay, we built the artillery foundry, so let's actually build... Let's get some artillery for these guys. So, I don't know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we should be able to make that much artillery. Is there anything we want to do with that foundry specifically? Probably not. We'll just leave it alone for now. How about ports? Do we actually need any ports? Yeah, we just need the one in... Well, we could get one here as well. That could make sense. I should remember, actually, that we're going to get the infrastructure bonus from our company. That's pretty close to actually happening. We're probably going to get that within a year. So... maybe we don't worry about the ports for now, because they just cost us money to have otherwise. So let's lower that down. And let's lower these 3 down, and let's just build the artillery. Because I think the bigger our army is, the easier it will be to get people to stay in our power block. How irritating. We got another harvest condition. Heat wave. So the shogunate's back down, which means Japan is actually opening, has their market open now. So that means we should be able to get silk from Japan. So perhaps we see what happens if we actually allow for some luxury clothing production. Perhaps we just set this one up to do luxury clothing. And we'll see if we can import silk from Japan. We got a stall on the law. Okay, so we could get a large penalty to success chance and enactment time, or we could get a load of radical bureaucrats and reduce those penalties and reduce our bureaucracy. Let's just do this. We've got a lot of legitimacy. I think we can still pass it. Maybe we negotiate now with the industrialists. We could try the standard of living task. I think we could do this. We have to do this within 10 years. I think we could do that. Let's improve standard of living to 11.2. So they're happy with that. That's good. That gives us extra infrastructure as well. Okay, so if we look to the market, so we're now importing silk, and we're importing it from China anyways, right? That's fine. I think generally speaking, because we have trade, we might as well just build stuff. We might as well set production methods based around the amount of imports we think we can get. So I think that's fine. And I don't think that means we would change anything on any of these buildings. Oh, there was the whole coffee thing. How are tools looking now? We built that extra tooling workshop. That would make tools quite expensive, but that would be a lot of extra coffee. And we're exporting the coffee. I think we do it. And then what that probably means is we actually just make another tooling workshop as well. Now let's keep an eye on the hardwood production as well. It looks like we've got the right stuff going on with it being in Mato Grosso. We'll keep an eye on that once we get the Rosewood. So let's go for another week, and then we'll see what we need to do with that. It looks like we don't have that much of a deficit on tools. Are we importing a lot of tools now? Not really. Okay. We're exporting tools? What? I guess it wasn't that big of a deal after all. Okay. Right, so I guess we want to focus on improving standard of living. I mean, that is going somewhat well. I think we can keep doing that. Let's get the artillery built first, just so that we're actually using our artillery foundry. So, how's that looking? Yeah, we are starting to hire. That's good. Iron is quite expensive. We still need to build more iron mines. Okay. Looks like we've got our Liberal Party in. That's fine. What about the government legitimacy? So we've got contested empire at the moment. Or contested government. Yeah, lack of electoral confidence. Ideological incompatibility. There's a lot of this now. Because they don't agree on... mostly... the government distribution of power. What on earth is organic regulation? That's weird. I've not heard of this one. So if we reform the government, we don't have any options. Okay, well, we're just going to have to leave it like that then. That's fine. Contested government is okay. Company is still doing well. Let's keep that up. We're actually making money now. Funny. That's good. That's very good. Oh yeah, because we actually have taxes. The power of taxes. Yeah, this is not improving. Over here. So why do the Russians have leverage over here then? Can we see that? Oh, here. Shared cultural traits? Do they have a mass migration from Russia then? Oh, they've got investment rights, trade privileges. I guess it is just the treaties. I guess it's like the most important thing for this. I'll have to keep adding some more treaties again then. Do we want to do... allows Brazil to build in Peru? Yeah, I think we wanted to do that anyways. We could do a defensive pact as well. But we don't have the influence. I guess we'll have to start cancelling some other treaties. Man, I'm not used to having to juggle this many treaties. Well, I mean, you're the vassal now. Are we still trying... Are you still the constraint on cohesion? No. Well, Los Altos has low relations as well. How's the French lobby looking? That's looking better again. Let's remove that for now and improve with Los Altos. And then that means we could probably do a little treaty with Peru. Probably not this one. Probably this one. There you go. Oh, I've gained a new mandate. Hooray! Okay. So we can actually add a principal, or we can upgrade our principal. So at the moment, our principal is giving us 10 authority per vassal, which is not a lot because we don't have a lot of vassals. This gives us 15 per vassal and gives us 25% of their income. So that's good. Alternatively, we could add one here. So this gives us 20% extra authority. And then the rest of our block loses 20% authority. But we also lose cohesion from that, and we're kind of struggling with cohesion at the moment. What about if we add a principle? So there's lots of different principles here. You can have a think of what to do. Market unification. Okay, so the thing about market unification is this means that we don't have to vassalize people to actually get them in our markets. That could be good, and it also gives us an infrastructure bonus. The convoys at this level is kind of useless. But I think we are still trying to go for vassals. Advanced research, we get extra technology spread, institution change speed for education, reduced bureaucracy cost for education. Defensive cooperation for war-related stuff, I don't think that matters. External trade. Extra agriculture, reduced mortality, increased standard of living. That's quite good. I like that. Police coordination. This one's interesting because it actually gives you authority from your law enforcement institution. Extra infrastructure for people. I don't think we need it that much that we need a mandate about it. Militarized industry. That's interesting. Colonial offices for Colonial Affairs Institution. Increased leverage from economic dependence. Reduce nationalization cost. And we get foreign investment rights in the lower rank block members automatically. The creative legislature one gives you better chances of passing laws. Freedom of movement for migration boosts. Oh. Migration quota. Oh, so when we do get a mass movement, more people move. And then this one increases attraction. Oh, wow, that's a lot of attraction. Yes. There's one down here for companies as well. Company throughput bonus, an extra charter, an extra company. This requires a lot of investment to get the extra company. I'm probably going to do this one as well, though, I think. Exploitation of members. This is the one that I was talking about earlier. And then this one is beneficial to people in the same religion as us, but I don't think that really matters too much. Well, then, let's add the freedom of movement one. Let's hope we get another mass migration. And then this, we can upgrade something again in 10 years. Oh, we've got to get this better than this. We'll keep working on it. We've still got these treaties with Venezuela as well, and this has still failed. Well, that's irritating. Emperor Pedro expects the same level of competence and meticulousness from his ministers as he applies to his own work. Now the Emperor turns his attention on overseeing a particular cog in the machine of government. So we can make decrees cheaper, we can make trade capacity increase, or we can increase our construction sector throughput. Well, we've got quite a deficit in authority now. So even if we do pass this, we're still not going to have positive authority. This is only going to counteract this little penalty, which doesn't actually matter too much. Let's get the construction sector throughput. Seems good to me. Iron is still expensive. Did I put some iron mines on here? Put some iron mines in there. One in Bahia. One here, maybe. Yeah, we have lots of people available for jobs now. That's good. That will increase migration attraction as well. Attitude worsened. You're rebellious now. Why are you rebellious now? Your liberty desire is still decreasing. Oh, the treaty. No. Man, how do you keep a power block together? Seems harder than I thought it would be. We got a treaty from Sicily. Sicily wants a lot of different things. Trade, privileges, trade agreements, all this stuff. If I accept this, we're going to be really low on influence. No, I want sulfur from South America. I mean, I'm doing it with you for now, but I don't want to keep doing this. Get out of here. Well, we're stable again. Maybe that's the best we can hope for now, but that's not great. Speed 4? Yeah, we don't want to negotiate with anyone else for this. Our matter of slavery bar is still going up. Building another vineyard. I think the next thing that's going to happen is this company is going to get prosperous. They need to still build, buy more building levels. I think that will happen, though, by the time we get up here. What percussion cap. So we can build ammunition plants now. Probably not going to do that just yet. Yeah, this looks like this is going to top out. That's good. Brazilian-French fellowship offers opportunity. They want us to get trade privileges with France. Sure. How much will that cost? Brazil receives trade privileges from French Republic, and they want that. Why do they want that? Oh, just because of the lobby. Well, that sounds good. Hooray. We didn't have to do anything for that. That was just our lobby working for us. Good. Native uprising in Japan. Hilarious. Series of perceived poor decisions by the animist rights movement. What? Have led to a notable decrease in its ability to raise money. So we get 2% of the pops in the capital become more loyalist. And we get some reduction, or we get a large reduction. Let's just get the loyalists. Loyalists are really good for us. Look, the leader of the... Oh, our agitator has died. And the leader of the petty bourgeoisie is retired. Escaping fugitives. A significant group of slaves have risen up and made for the borders of Guarani, where slavery is illegal. the tribe where slavery is illegal. We shall fund the capture of all fugitives, or we shall pay for nothing. I don't think I really care about the landowners anymore. I'm not going to pay all that bureaucracy to get the extra approval from them. Just leave it. So our agitator is dead. Can we hire another agitator? No. We've just got Charles Dickens for now. Yes, that's right. Charles Dickens is living in Brazil at the moment. All's progressed to voting. That's good. That will reduce landowner clout. How is our mass migration attraction? Doesn't seem unbelievably exceptional at the moment. You're building another fine arts academy. Let's actually have a look at the art academy quickly. Yeah, this is very profitable because art is very expensive. That's fine. Looks like our company is going to be ready in a couple of weeks. That's good. Yeah, they're buying more buildings, so now they'll definitely hit the target. They'll have up to like 50 buildings to buy, and at that point it's pretty hard to miss so long as the buildings are slightly productive. Okay, so we're now actually making Rosewood right away, because this is our unique prestige good for Brazil. So this is Hardwood, except we get extra trade advantage on exports, and any buildings that use it as inputs get a 20% throughput bonus. So this means we can make a lot of furniture stuff. So that should be good. And we also get the extra infrastructure for population, and we get extra tooling workshops throughput. Also, we have the Anti-Spanish Association has formed because Spain has overtaken us in the prestige rankings. Lol. Okay. Who's in this lobby? The rural folk of the intelligentsia. So, what we could do is we could make Spain a rival. That will give us some more influence. We've already got Russia as a rival. And then that means we can probably do some more improved relations. Or we could do something else. Looks like leverage advantage in Peru is increasing again. You really don't want that, do you? Or do a defensive pact. You'd like that, wouldn't you? And then you can have a Power Bloc embassy again? Sure. There you go. I just want you back in. And then Venezuela. I don't think we're going to get Venezuela. Just because of the other country's influence. So... Interesting. Spain has declared rivalry. Okay. We could do more trade deals as well. We could do more treaties. What kind of treaties would you want again? We could do military access if you want. Seems good. I don't really want to invest in Brazil. I could give you military assistance. Yeah, let's do that. If I owe you an obligation, would you actually accept this and have the Power Bloc embassy? Let's try it. Let's see if they accept that. No. They don't tend to accept... I don't seem to have much luck with that one. Well, let's just do that then. We can't do that because we have to wait until September 3rd. Sure. We must wait until next week. There you go. Yes, so we're building these artillery units. So it's going to give us some more prestige. That's probably going to help us out as well. Yeah, this leader share of prestige should increase. But we need to get to at least 50 cohesion. Looks like the Anti-Spanish Association has a lot of momentum from the rivalry. That's good. Yeah, I know you declined the treaty. This seems to happen sometimes. They just want to double decline treaties. It's going to time out in 6 years. I thought this was going to be 10 years. We haven't played that many years, have we? Slaves refuse to work. So we could get -3 from the landowners. Oh, it looks like they've given us a tax penalty now. Or we get +2. The thing is, the +2 still won't be enough to actually remove the tax penalty. We just fully commit to pissing off the landowners now? I think so. Let's just do it. We'll do something against them. We no longer have any infamy. Well, it seems like we're not going to get Venezuela under our wing. Again. Because Russia is competing with them for power block leverage. So... what if we declared war on them? What if we tried to force-vassalise them? Oh, we have an alliance with them. Yeah, okay. Well, it seems clear that Russia has enough influence over them that this isn't going to happen regardless of whether we have an alliance. So we can cancel that, but then we'll get a truce, won't we? For a year. Okay. Let's withdraw these then. And I think we'll stop bothering with trying to get them in the power block. We could try and force-vassalise Bolivia. But that won't be until 1849. Oh, what's going on down here? The British East India Company is going to conquer Burma. Okay. Looks like we got the dedicated police force, so that should reduce the landowners' influence a little bit. And this means we can also actually start increasing our investment in the police. So let's go ahead and do that. We could go all the way to +5 if we want. We could do that because we have cheap paper. And we could easily make more bureaucracy bits. And this will give us significantly reduced radicals from movements. And it will give us significantly reduced penalties from turmoil. But I'm not sure we're going to get that much turmoil. Let's increase it just to level 2 for now. Oh, but we can pick another law now, right? Looks like legitimacy is still going down. Is this... oh, this is because of ideological incompatibility. Yeah, they're really not sure what to do. Because the intelligentsia want universal suffrage, but the petty bourgeoisie and the industrialists don't. Interesting. Well, perhaps we do electric bureaucrats, because if we do electric bureaucrats, then we get less bureaucracy cost, and our institution cost is going up a fair bit now. It's not that much. We can probably still wait on this a bit longer. Should we just do the migration controls now? How will this go? Our debt is in a similar position to where it was earlier. I think we really are leaning on trying to get people to migrate though, so I think we will do this. Yeah, let's do it. See how that goes. So we got to get the petty bourgeoisie back on side. Can we negotiate with them? No. A lot of negotiations going on at the moment. I should probably also just get some more trade centers built. If they're not going to actually build... If the company isn't going to build them, then we're going to have to eventually build them. Artillery is expensive. Is that because the foundry isn't doing anything? Oh, we can increase education investment. Let's do that. There you go. So, we're getting that. What's the next tech we want? We could get extra influence from psychiatry. I don't normally actually think about it that much. We need to spend more influence as well. Like, we're not spending it all at the moment. More prestige is always helpful. We do have some fine arts, so we could do that. I think we just want the interest, right? Oh, this is getting research now, automatically? That's good. We don't need standardized filing system. More authority would be nice. We're getting this penalty now. Extra health investment? Let's do extra health investment. I like that. So how much does that interest increase to then? It's not that drastic. We're only getting a 10% bonus. It's not like they're powerful yet. But I would like to get them back on side with the loans. The rural folk are now powerful, and they're giving us extra throughput. Cool. I think we do want to negotiate with the intelligentsia, because that's going to get this law through a lot quicker. Do I want to do political concessions to make them powerful? Probably. This is a big prestige bonus, right? We want the prestige. Let's do it. Argentina owes us our obligation. Right, what do we want to do with our obligation? We could probably get them to do something they don't want to do. But I don't think there's anything specific I want them to actually do. Give me back Paraguay. No, I don't think so. I'll have to think about that. Let's go back to improve relations. We can improve relations with France again. That's fine. We could also damage relations with Spain. That's something we could do with it. I think I'm just going to improve relations with Ecuador. I really don't want Ecuador to leave. Yeah, let's see how that goes. Oh, we're building the ports now? I don't want to build the ports now. So we've actually built the... What is our infrastructure situation like now with these bonuses? It looks... Yeah, just domestic, please. It looks good now. Oh no, we've still got a negative here. Really? Oh, let's just build the ports then. And then more stuff for standard of living as well. Oh, we've got a big deficit on paper again? Is that just because we're exporting so much of it? Clothes, more wood. We could build clothes. Also, now that we have the luxury hardwood, let's have a look at the building again. Let's have a look at the furniture. So, does this become more profitable? I guess we're getting more throughput on this now. Actually, if we're getting more throughput now that we're involving hardwood in the production process, does it make sense to actually just switch to luxury furniture production? I'm not really sure. We get minus 57 furniture. We get plus 49 on that. I mean, that'll make luxury furniture very cheap. And we get the throughput bonus. I think we do just do this, don't we? And then we just build more furniture manufactories. Yeah, let's just do that. Because we really want to use that hardwood bonus. Where else do we want to build one? We could build one... here. I think I just want one in every place, really. Although we're not going to build all of them at once because there's too much furniture. Yeah, and then one here. Seems good. You know what? Let's do that first, I think. I mean, maybe the iron first, and then the furniture. Yeah, let's do that. Argentina has withdrawn from our treaty. Well, that makes sense, because it didn't do anything other than me give you the state. That's fine. Cohesion's still going up, because we're improving relations. Liberty desire is reducing. Peru looks like they might join again. That would be nice. Still trying to convince El Salvador. There's a lot of people fighting over El Salvador, apparently. Really? We need 0.6 influence? Well, how's Chile's leverage looking? I think the reality is I just need to make sure that the members that we're actually keeping an eye on the leverage. But Chile, I think, should be fine. No one's competing for Chile. I think the important thing is no one's really competing down here, but they are competing up here. So let's cancel this treaty. Then we'll keep trade privileges. And then that means I will have enough influence to go over here. And if I owe you an obligation, you'll accept that, right? Yeah, good. Yeah, do that. And then we'll get more leverage again. Over here. And then that means you're going to trend up to 189. Or, yeah, 243. Okay, and then we can add El Salvador. I like that we're getting this little Central American block in here as well. Wow, look how many government groups we've got in the government now. We're getting the migration attraction from the rural folk now instead of landowners. That's good, I guess. Keep working on making them more powerful. Perhaps, I think I'm imagining what we probably end up doing is just get rid of the landowners completely, and then just have the rural folk do that instead for the migration attraction. But we'll see. Looks like no migration controls is through to drafting. That's nice. Success chance is not overly high on this, so pretty pleased about that. Building livestock ranches. Anything else interesting getting built? Not really. Peru has asked to join the Power Bloc. Well, there you go then. Good. So you've come crawling back, eh? Well, we'll try and actually keep you this time. So that's going to bring cohesion down to 41. But Peru likes us, so that's fine for us. Okay, I mean, Peru and Chile were the ones that we wanted anyways. Venezuela we could take or leave. New Granada we could take or leave. So perhaps we just... So Bolivia, New Granada, and Venezuela, maybe we just focus on attacking. Venezuela, it's a shame, but the Russians are getting too involved here. God, there's a lot of things going on here, aren't there? I don't need the armies highlighted in there. Let's speed for it a little bit. We are improving the standard of living. That is good. We've got an heir. We've got Giulio di Braganca, who's a landowner's slaver. Fantastic. Good job. He's immediately born. Actually, how old is he? Because the heir doesn't necessarily have to be a baby. No, the heir is a baby. He's 0 years old and he's already got the slaver ideology. What a tragedy. Ridiculous. Okay, looks like the company is building a trade center. That's good. Please build more of these. How is our trade situation? We're importing a lot of clothes. That's a sign that we should definitely be making more clothes factories. We're exporting a lot of paper. The world really needs paper, apparently. Looks like we need to add another government administration as well. That's fine. How about you have one here? Seems fine. I guess I'll put that up here, because we don't want to lose the tax revenue. Right, put that there. So, this is... I don't think we need sugar beets. Steam-powered mills. We don't have engines yet. I don't think that's going to be relevant. This is for making lots of liquor from your food industry, but that didn't end up being a problem. I think that sorted itself out in the market. Japan is having a coup. Ended up happening with Portugal. Nothing major ended up happening with Portugal. Looks like the Mexican-French war hasn't gone anywhere. It's just a complete stalemate. Okay. We've got extra success chance on no migration controls. Nice. Yeah, so the thing about no migration controls is this means that people can come from anywhere if they think they're gonna get a better lot. And then what we want to do is we want to combine that with, say, cultural exclusion or multiculturalism. But getting these laws is going to take a bit of time. Right, so we should be getting extra bureaucracy again then. Glad this has been going up. Where's our sulfur coming from now then? It is just coming from Sicily. Got to get Peru or Chile in so we can get their sulfur. But we're working on it. We should be able to get enough cohesion at some point that we can diplomatically integrate one of them. The leader of the trade unions has retired. Building the last iron mine. Do we still want to do that? I guess. It's almost finished. And then... I don't really want to do more paper until we get the sulfur sorted out. Clothes. Let's do more clothes production. Should we just get... We should definitely get one in the capital, right? Makes sense. Could do one in Minas Gerais as well. Probably one in Bahia. Each one of these is 60. We have a deficit of like 240, so we probably want one more. Rio Grande do Sul? Yeah. We could do that as well. Do we want to do that first, just because that's what everyone's asking for? Possibly. Yeah, let's just do that. Seems fine. You're continuing to privatize stuff, that's good. See, our credit hasn't really gone up that much. Or our debt hasn't gone up that much. Our GDP has gone up a lot with this industrialization, that's good. Anti-Spanish Association is doing well. This is really good. This is really good for the intelligentsia and the rural folk. So the Ottomans want tools. They want to build in Brazil and they want an alliance. No, get Ben. Probably because we hate Spain, right? Mutual rivals. Looks like we're done improving relations with Argentina. You just want military access? That'll help improve relations as well, right? Go for it. We ultimately do want military access, don't we? Right? What we got? Citizens of the world. Inspired by the ongoing reform to no migration controls, Celso Vargas of the Intelligentsia has penned a vision for the future where borders are abolished altogether. Wow. How noble. Extra success chance, extra popularity, reduced armed forces approval, but that's fine because they'll still be +8, so we'll still get this bonus to offense and defense. That seems fine. Yeah, go for it. No more borders. We just want the coast to be our border. Sounds good to me. Okay, looks like we got the reduced interest, the increased minting. That's nice. Yeah, our company is going to maintain our prosperity bonus. Hold on. I'll move around a little bit. It's going to maintain this prosperity bonus even if we get down to 75% prosperity. So we don't have to keep productivity super high now, but it's good that we have. Allows company to establish regional company HQs. You know what? I would like to do this because I think then you would actually do that for Chile, right? You would build one in Chile. Let's see what would happen with that. Be very interested to see what happens with that. We have enough free charters that should be fine. This increases in 6 days, so we're going to need more bureaucracy again. So let's actually make another government administration. That could go... I don't know, probably here. Seems fine. Let's put that higher on the list. Because they build very quickly. Or was that already priced in? I don't think that was already priced in. Literacy is up to 44%. This is going pretty well. Look at that. See, that's the effect of mostly our decrees going on there. Are we actually alright on bureaucracy? Did I miscalculate that? I don't know. This is fine. We're gonna get some cotton plantations. Is that in our state or is that in someone else's? That is in Peru. Okay. I mean, I prefer if we just built them in our state. But yes, let's get some more clothes. We should probably start building some of these trade centers. Unless these guys decide to do it. Maybe when this gets down to 2 years, then we build the remaining trade centers. Did you actually do anything with France? I don't think you... Oh, look! Yeah, he gave up this land to the United States. Really? Was that the peace treaty? Well, there you go. Interesting. Earning money again, that's nice to see. What's going on here? British Republic wants to make a protectorate against El Salvador, which is this one that we were trying to get in our power block, right? Hold on. Was that the plan? Yeah, we were trying to get El Salvador in our power block. I don't think we really want to join in against the British Empire, though, do we? Right? Are we just going to leave that alone? Is there any way we could get them in our power block before they do this? But they'll probably take it either way anyways, won't they? Well, we're not... I don't think we're actually guaranteeing them, are we? Let's just check our treaties. No, we just gave them an embassy. Okay, well, we're not invested in them too much, so if that happens, that happens. We don't have to get involved. It would be a shame, but, I mean, we're not at a point where we can fight them. We're number 7 at the moment. We get a lot of prestige from our Rosewood, to be honest. It's the other reason why I wanted the company. Fiscal within the armed forces. We can take people out of the armed forces if we want and add them to the industrialists. Probably not a bad idea. They're pretty happy with us at the moment. I don't really care about the authority that much. Yeah, sure. Go for it. More fine art? Why not? I hope the fine art is increasing the standard of living. We got an unstable government. Why is this? It's because of lack of electoral confidence. So this is not good. We want to improve that. The government clout is decreasing. Oh, it's decreased a lot, hasn't it? Why? Going to increase enactment time by quite a lot. We don't really have any options for improving legitimacy. We could lower taxes again. That improves legitimacy. Yeah, sure. Let's do it. Let's lower taxes again. We're trying to get the standard of living up anyways to achieve this mission. Let's just do it. We really don't want unstable government when we're trying to pass laws. Also, how's this going? Can we actually make any progress on this? So, we need more fervor. Why does this fervor target keep going up? Oh, that's the fervor of their culture, isn't it? Yes. So their fervor is increasing faster than our fervor. Well, actually, ours is going up as well. Ours is going up faster. This one seems like we'll get fairly soon. Okay. I think we can leave that alone for now. I think that's speed 4 again. Oh, wait, actually, we'll have the truce with Bolivia soon, won't we? Do we want to force Bolivia into our power block? I don't think there's a huge amount of competition down here. Our cohesion's pretty low, but... well, ultimately, what else are we going to do with Bolivia? I think we do want to do this. We also don't have any infamy, so we may as well do something. So that would be make protectorate on Bolivia, which we can do in March. So let's just speed forward until March, and then we'll think about it. It would be nice to do something a bit more... we were starting with war, and then we decided not to do this one. And now we're going to finish it with war. And then at least our power block will have contiguous borders down here. But it'll just be a case... I hope we can maintain the cohesion with Bolivia involved. We could start improving relations with them. You know, while we declare war on them. Maybe we wait until after to do that. Looks like we're building these clothes factories, though. That's good. I'm hoping we'll stop exporting so much paper at some point. Actually, here's an idea. Why don't we go to paper? And we've got low tariffs on importing. Low tariffs for export. We can increase the tariffs on export to make more money. And then hopefully actually keep some more of it for ourselves. We'll see if that works. If not, at least we'll make some more money off of it. Right, okay. Looks like El Salvador... What's happened with that diplomatic play? Is that still going? Oh, that is currently a war. Okay. Well, so long, El Salvador. It's funny, though, because I reckon it will get to the point where I could invite them to the Power Bloc. But then they're just going to get... Yeah. We can see what happens with that. Let's... I think we're going to declare this war. Let's just do it. We don't like Bolivia. Make protectorate, Bolivia. So... I don't think anyone is joining in on their favor. Ecuador probably would join in on their favor. We could beat up Ecuador as well. Yeah, we've got a lot of army now. Now that we've got all that artillery too. Let's just do it. Okay, mobilize, go here. Mobilize, go here. We could just combine these armies if we really wanted, but... We've got a large border. I think having two armies would be a good idea. Looks like we've got no migration controls to voting phase. That's good. What other war goals do we want? We could conquer Acre. I don't think I care about Acre. I mean, what's the population of Acre? It's mostly Amazonians and Amazonics. Actually, that's a reasonable argument for this, because we're integrating that culture, right? Let's do it. Let's add Acre after all. Yeah, we can afford the infamy as well. Yeah, add that to the thing. So that's a fair bit of infamy we just added, but it's still below 25, so that's fine, right? Yeah, I think that makes sense. Because it'll be an accepted culture. We're getting the cultural fervor towards it. It should be fine. Oh, look! Yeah, they're going to build sulfur mines in Patagonia. Wait, we actually have sulfur mines in Argentina? We do, down here. I actually forgot about this. We have 4. That's not a lot. Oh, that's because this is a colony. Oh, I see. Okay, well, that's fine. Can we have a look at the Mapuche lands? Yeah, there's more sulfur down here. Oh, okay, well, that's great. Good. That's exactly what we wanted to happen. I just forgot there was actually sulfur down here, too. It all worked out. Okay, now, I would prefer if Ecuador didn't join. They might join. But there's a lot of army here, so maybe they won't. We could improve relations with Ecuador. Are we already doing that? Oh, look! We can invite El Salvador to our Power Bloc. Okay, hold on. I'm just going to save this. I know this is a silly move. If we invite El Salvador to our Power Bloc and they accept, while they're currently at war with Britain and then they get protectorated, will they still be in our Power Bloc? Probably not. Whatever. Let's just do it. Let's see what happens. They would accept. I don't think that means that... Yeah, we're not involved in their war. I mean, I don't think that really benefits us, to be honest. But, like, I just wanted the nice little contiguous region. That's probably not going to last forever, is it? Bolivia has backed down. Okay. So... Oh, they gave us Acre as well. Good. We can incorporate the state. That's fine. We have extra bureaucracy for that. That's good. Yeah, no turmoil. So we got Acre after all, and they are our protectorate now. Okay, so that does decrease cohesion to 0 because Bolivia hates us. Okay, so we need to start improving relations with Bolivia, or things are going to go crazy. So let's do that. Yeah, improve relations, and then you could absolve a obligation to get an instant boost in relations. Yeah, sure, why not? I don't think I want that anything else from Argentina on that. And then let's have a look at treaties. You could do military access. I'll give you military assistance. That's fine. Then if we go in our diplomacy bit here, so your liberty desire is increasing very slightly. I think what I would do is... Probably don't want to do any of this. I guess we just leave that alone for now. Well, we're really tanking our cohesion. But look! It's at least contiguous. And then I guess Guarani is gradually getting annexed by Argentina. Yeah, well... Let's see how it goes. I think we're going to struggle to keep the cohesion going here. But the more prestige we have, the better. So we could keep increasing our military size. Standard of living is still going up. That's good. Now, we don't want to do anything else because we've got our infamy at the moment. So I think we'll continue to sit on butts. The relations are improving pretty quickly, aren't they? Have a look at this. 5.5% per day on relations. Doesn't seem that quick. The rural folk are no longer happy with us? No. We haven't gotten any more mass migrations today. Boo hiss. Petitioners against government. Several prominent supporters of the pro-slavery movement have approached the government with an ambitious petition to see through their agenda. The petition has been promoted as a necessary starting point amongst the movement's membership. So we could get less enactment time and increase the movement attraction for a movement we don't like. We could reduce legitimacy, and then the animist rights movement gets a refused petition. What? That's weird. Or we can reduce the attraction of the pro-slavery movement and make people radical. Middle strata pops. So we have 888,000. So 2% of that is about 16,000 radicals. That's fine. Let's do that. Let's do that. We don't want pro-slavery sentiment growing, do we? Probably fine. We owe an obligation to the British Republic. Oh, right. Let's see what they're going to do. Let's see if they do anything with that obligation. The play for power. Okay, so the leader of the rural folk has made a remarkable play for power in the capital to secure a spot for the rural folk in the government. However, it's not entirely clear if they should be rewarded for their model tactics. So we can make them more attractive as a pop group, Or we can make them less attractive and subtract interest. Let's make them more attractive. I want everyone to be more attractive so that the landowners are less attractive. That's fine. A famous cafe. After a chance meeting in a cafe and a thoughtful conversation, Miguel Moreira has recommended that Oh, okay, I'm not pronouncing that. Currently residing in Brazil, be granted permanent residency. Who's this? So, is this an agitator? Let's see. Yeah, you're an agitator. I mean, sure. Extra political strength for the industrialists. Okay. Seems good. Who's this agitator then? So he is for the industrialists for the radical movement. Okay. Fine. Oh, we've still got this shortage of silk. What's going on with this? Oh, it's because we're making luxury clothes in that one place. We can't actually trade in enough silk. We'll need to do something about that. How about we get trade privileges with Japan? Offer an embassy. Improve relations in an unrecognized power. Yeah? Maybe we should just start by improving relations over here. Makes sense, doesn't it? We do the same with China. Well, are we going to get it? Are we going to get no migration controls? We are. Okay. So, this means we should now be able to technically accept a mass migration from anywhere, but I think for the mass migration to actually occur... So let's have a look. What's this? Mass migration potential targets. Yeah, so we've got a few states that are eligible. We've got a lot of states that are eligible. Well, it seems like a lot of states are eligible in general. America seems to be getting a lot of migration targets at the moment. Any over here? Well, let's just see what happens. What's the next law that we want then? Do we want to try and reduce this? Because obviously if we do this, that's probably not helpful for us. Less acceptance from heritage traits and heritage trait groups. We could get rid of the monarchy. I don't think we want to do that. That's not what we're up to. I think now might be a good time for elected bureaucrats, maybe. Are we getting the penalty from the landowners? Still we are. So the landowners don't matter at the moment. I don't think we need more workforce ratio at the moment. I'm still looking to increase the population, so we'll leave that for now. We could get colonial exploitation and start colonizing places if we felt like it. Again, I just want to increase our population. Let Argentina do the colonizing. Let's just do elected bureaucrats. We're going to want this eventually anyways, aren't we? This makes the petty bourgeoisie happy again as well. I'm up for that. Get the extra interest reduction again. We can't negotiate with anyone. The landowners don't like this, so we're probably going to have to fight to avoid a stall. But that's okay. That should save us a lot of bureaucracy going on. Whichever way forward. With the attitudes of the petty bourgeoisie towards the French Republic growing more apathetic, their leadership has begun to discuss reassessing the group's support for the Brazilian French fellowship. So they could leave, or they could remain. We could choose. Well, they might as well stay. Why not? We're not doing anything against France, I think. How is this looking? You're going to privatize more logging camps? Yeah, our investment pool isn't huge. I'm glad we're actually going to get some in-house sulfur production, though. That was the goal. I think... I think we're better off actually not making luxury clothes at all and just importing them. Because we can't guarantee we can get the silk in. And we desperately need regular clothes as well. So we might as well do that. And just import the luxury clothes. Okay. Looks like Britain is taking over El Salvador after all. Yeah, there we go. That's not that's not going to last very long, is it? Yeah, they left the power block. Yep. Yep. Okay. Okay, so we're still collapsing in terms of cohesion, but we're not going to hit 0. But this fractured bit is really bad because it means we generate a lot less leverage and our mandate progress slows down a lot. Okay. I think we could probably think about that next time. I think we're going to go to the end of the year, and then we'll probably wrap it up tonight. Really happy with how literacy has been doing. Really happy with the loyalists as well. They haven't really gone up a lot recently, but that's okay. Got a fair bit of turmoil in Acre. Not too many people here. What about the cultural fervor thing? Can we do anything about that yet? I think we should be able to do something about this pretty soon. I don't know when these fervors actually update. This should be pretty soon. Our credit pool is increasing a lot, which is nice. Standard of living is still increasing a lot. The miracle of providing people with clothes. We're building banana plantations in La Paz. Gold mines in La Paz. Oh, Bolivia, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, why not? Do I want to do anything with Bolivia? Probably not at the moment. You're still decreasing in Liberty Desire as well. That's nice. I love gold. Why do I keep building these textures and textile mills and furniture manufactories? What a bit. Be interesting to see whether we do attract a mass migration. Do I want to set more mass migration things here? I mean, we'll keep an eye on literacy. Once the literacy increase starts to decrease, then we'll flip over to just the migration decrees, probably, I imagine. Anti-Spanish Association demands action, so they want us to establish an embargo against Spain. That seems fine. Let's go ahead and do that. That will cost us some influence, but that's fine. That gives us the rural folk back. So that's going to increase migration attraction again. Good. What about... Okay, let's have a look at that then. Mass migration potential targets. Is that going to be much higher here now? One would hope. Unused arable land employment. Is this a case where we just build like a load of plantations and not have them fill up? And then attract mass migrants that way? Hello, Cedzar. Hope you're doing well. We're playing as Brazil. We're trying to do sovereign empire related stuff. We have got most of South America at our power block. The countries up here are getting competed against pretty hard. So Russia is exerting a lot of influence over Venezuela. And lots of people are exerting influence over here, including the US. So I don't think we're going to get these two in. We've also got a few of the Central American states in our power block, but they're not really doing anything because they're pretty small. But we've just been learning about this playthrough. Our cohesion's pretty low. This is not good. But it will increase again. What's going on over here? The Radical Movement organizes in Santa Catarina. Organizers affiliated with the Radical Movement have embarked on a focused campaign to inspire support for universal suffrage. Well, we do want that, don't we? Is that fine? Do we want to encourage the Radical Movement? I think we do. Let's do it. That will help us pass some laws, right? And yeah, at the moment, we're trying to get standard of living up because we made a commitment to the industrialists. And we're going to build some more trade centers as well. But our company makes trade centers, so I'm kind of waiting for them to do that. Takes a long time to learn to play this game decently. I'd say, so I played this game for probably about 150 hours now. I think I'm about at the point where I know what I'm doing. Yeah, I'd say once you get past sort of the 50-hour mark. I did find that watching other people helped me learn a lot as well. And we started a couple of days ago, but I have actually uploaded the VODs to YouTube as well, so you can see what we did as our opening moves as Brazil, because we had to fight some wars right at the start to reconquer some land, and we've been slowly exerting hegemony over South America. We managed to actually vassalize Argentina and turn them into a puppet. A puppet. And we've just turned Bolivia into protectorate, and then the rest of these countries down here are in our power block. So we're gradually exerting our tendrils. It looks like elected bureaucrats are stalled out. Civil service, currently led by the intelligentsia, are deliberately stalling the government by creating unnecessary paperwork. They demand that their jobs be protected under the elected bureaucrats law. So we can preserve the bureaucrats. So this is a permanent change, which gives the intelligentsia extra political strength. That's fine. Right? That's fine. Or we get a big penalty to bureaucracy while we're enacting this. Or we get a small penalty because we don't have any setbacks on the law yet. That seems... I don't know. I think it's fine to keep the intelligentsia here. We want them to be at... We want them to be at plus 20. Right? Let's just do this. The only thing is, this is permanent. We're probably not going to want it... We may not want it permanently. I don't know. We want to weaken the landowners. That's the main thing that we want to do. So let's do it. Why not? What's going on over here? Oh, yeah. So we've had some interesting things happen this run. Britain is a republic. I don't know how that happened. We've got the British-Brazilian League has formed in the British Republic. Good. I wish we had that again. We got plus 10 appeasement of the Anti-Spanish Association. That's really good. You like to see it. Yeah, clothes production's going up. Clothes demand is going up a lot. That's interesting. Are we filling these textile mills? I guess we'll keep going a little bit longer. I said I was going to end at the beginning of the year, but we'll keep going. I mean, this was just filling up, but that's fine. It just started. Looks like we still want more. Looks like tools are becoming expensive as well. We could set up more tooling workshops. It's probably a good idea. mean, the textile mills are going to make more money to start with. And this is going to benefit the people, which is what we're mainly looking for at the moment. So we'll build one in Sao Paulo. We could build one in... I guess the more of these we build in states without active peasants, the more agricultural jobs this will open up as well, which may attract mass migrants. So maybe we should be trying to do that instead. We could try and do that instead. How about we add one in Panama, and we add one in Santa Catarina. Let's see how that goes. I'm just very interested by this migration and the mass migration. So yeah, these states are the ones with good mass migration traction at the moment. There's also a lot in Bolivia actually because of the available land, and they also use the greener grass campaigns. That's interesting. I don't want to switch over just yet because I'm quite enjoying getting all the extra text spread. But once the literacy increases start to drop, then we'll do it. I mean, I think our literacy is pretty high now. If we look at this and we compare it to the rest of the world, like, the highest literacy rates seem to be hovering around sort of 65%, 60% generally. So I don't think we get that much of an increase in literacy from offering increasing migrations and just attracting more people to the country. But I think when we hit about 60%, that's probably when we should start doing it, because I think most of the benefit will be gone then. But I think that's going alright. I really hope we can get this. I'm pretty sure we can. We're building another rice farm. I think we need to build the trading centers ourselves. They're pretty cheap. Do I just want to build a few of them in different places just to make sure that we're getting them? I only want Brazilian states, ideally. We put one in Parana. We put one in Santa Catarina. Put one in Minas Gerais. Put one here, put one here, put one here. That's 6. Yeah, do those, and then we can at least clear that one. So 1, 2... Oh, whoops, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then that one can go to the top here. Okay. Yeah, build those for now. And then they could buy them off of us. It's less efficient than them building them, but our investment pool is not huge. So I don't think we have time to wait on this. Iron and tools being expensive again. It's fine, we can figure that out. Okay, let's leave it on speed 4 for now. Got an event. Grassroots supports for law. That's good. So this gives... Let's just get more loyalists. There's probably a lot of loyalists, right? Yeah. We love loyalists. Yeah, keep building more trade centers. We're importing coal as well. What are we importing coal for? Oh, mostly just pop needs. And I guess running some gold mines, because Argentina seems to be using a lot of advanced production methods. Our obligation expired. Oh, okay, fine. They didn't use it. It's fine. How's the power block looking? Oh. Okay, cohesion is increasing again. That's good. We're getting relations with Bolivia up, but Bolivia is now the constraint on the Liberty Desire, and the Liberty Desire is increasing. Is there a way I could change that? It's increasing because of cold relations. That will change in time. I think we probably also just want to increase army size, don't we? Keep them in line. Your attitude is aloof. increasing. Oh, we got some new parties? What's going on? Oh, we got the election again. So we've got the Conservative Party, we've got the Liberal Party, we've got the Farupila Party, and we've got the Regressivist Party. So the trade unions are now present as well, and they're giving us a reduction to state construction efficiency. Everyone influential now. Oh, because it's election season. Industrial barriers. Factories of Bahia have been reported to placing Mongo people into roles with incredibly poor work conditions. Who are the Mongo? How many people do we have? We have 50,000. How much... Okay, I really don't want to piss off the petty bourgeoisie, because we need the interest rate reduction. So I think we are probably just going to piss off the Mongo people. Minus 15% cultural majority movement pop attraction, that's fine. Yeah, sorry Mongo. And then let's have a look at this. Okay, so... we have lots of different parties now. Legitimacy was kind of suffering a little bit. Looks like the church has left this party anyways. I think maybe we start letting the chips fall as they may. Because the thing is, the petty bourgeoisie are in the Conservative Party. We want to keep them on side. They're not in the party we want to promote. I think we let the chips fall. Just generally try and increase legitimacy, try and increase the electoral confidence again. And then we'll go for it. So we're going to get a lot of election events now. Bookkeeper in government administration employed by the Anti-Spanish Association is under investigation for bribery. Okay, so we could get extra legitimacy for -1 appeasal, or appeasement, or we can get loyalists and extra approval from intelligentsia. Let's do that. That sounds good. I guess we'll put it on speed 3 while we're doing the election. The first election we haven't rigged. That will be interesting to see if it makes a difference. Oh, you're building a trade center now? Okay, great. So, I guess get rid of the one here. That's fine. Can we negotiate with anyone on elected bureaucrats? Wow, our success chart is not looking good. It's not great. I don't think the trade unions are happy about the no migration controls. Spain has formed a power bloc. Okay. This matter of slavery is almost at the very top. But I don't think we're going to do anything about it. I think I'm fine with this. We'll just have to see what happens. We don't know what the event does. So we've got a debate event for the bureaucratic struggle. So, minus bureaucracy, plus enactment time reduction, plus success chance. Oh, right, it's 2 or 3. How about we just make it take longer, but get more bureaucracy and have a higher success chance? Because our success chance is pretty low. That seems fine. Then we've got this one. General Labatou has made public statements in support of the Regressivist Party. So... Oh, you can become the leader of the armed forces? Yeah, go for it. Do it. Sure. Why not? Mana wars are suffering. Ecuador is left. No. Why is Ecuador left? Probably just bad cohesion, right? Yeah. Let's see. Well, we do have some extra influence available. Oh, here's a fun thing you can do as well. You can fund lobbies. So you can just pay some of the population of another country money and form friendly lobbies so they're incentivized to work with you. If you've got too much money and you're not spending it all on construction and anything because you don't need to build anything, that's a good thing to do late game. Boo, why did Ecuador leave? I guess we just need to do some treaties with them, right? We can guarantee your independence. I don't think we need investment rights with you, though. And give you military assistance. Sure, let's do it. 90% chance to accept. There you go. So, we'll get you to come back in. How much leverage advantage is that going to be? Not a lot. We got to get cohesion above 20. Actually, are you a minor power? No, you're an insignificant power. So this doesn't actually matter too much. We want Peru, we want Chile, we want Argentina, we want Bolivia. But insignificant powers don't actually increase our mandate. So that's not necessarily the most important thing in the world. We got general training, so let's go and upgrade our barracks. This doesn't actually cost anything. This should probably just upgrade automatically because it doesn't cost anything. That's fine. Is there anything else we want going on over here? I don't think so. We haven't built the food industries yet. We could set up an alliance. Sure. Come back! I want you in the power block again. We can feed you stuff from New Granada, maybe. We could do that. Okay, so we built all the trade hubs, that's good. Let's add another level of law enforcement. I think just reducing the radical generation is probably generally good. For movements that we don't want spreading. And then this is going to time out in 3 years, 8 months. I don't know, it feels like we can do it, but it just depends how many people we have here that are slaves. Democratic solidarity. So we can add momentum to the Liberal Party, we can add pop attraction. Let's add pop attraction. And Charles Dickens is doing the same. We don't want landowner attraction, so I guess we'll just give them momentum. We shall see. More clothes. Oh, and looks like we're getting the private construction to build some tooling workshops. That's good for us. Our market access is slightly low. I'm just glad we have sulfur down here, because now I'm less worried about sulfur. We're still importing some, but it's not a huge amount now. Just let me click sulfur. No, not that one. Sulfur. Yeah. So we're literally getting some of it from Argentinian Patagonia and then Mendoza, which is here. Oh, this is where Cordoba is. Yeah, okay. Good. Whom the bell tolls. So we could kill our general and get a new armed forces character. Or we just get him anyways. Oh, he's just leaving. Fair enough. Just have him leave. So our general has died. Does this mean we just merge the armies now? No, they've each got one commander. That's fine. We'll just leave it like that then. Brazilian? The Brazilian succession. Ooh, okay. Our heir has died. The little baby slaver. The 2-year-old baby slaver. Left Brazil without a male heir. Though Princess Isabel is the next in line. Many citizens, including the conservative elite, do not relish the thought of a woman on the throne. So we can deplete the progress of magnanimous monarch by 1 and get 2 extra landowner approval. Or we could do this. So if we put Isabel in charge, so this still depletes it by 1. Adds the Brazilian succession to the Journal of Brazil. And then Pedro gets a big popularity penalty. If completed, the progress bar will advance by 3. I mean, it seems like we don't have to do this. But will we not get another... Maybe we won't get another heir. Didn't we say we were going to get less progress on this if popularity decreased? No. Let's try it. I think we could try it. Whatever. Let's have a look. So, though Princess Isabel is the legal heir, many within Brazil will not see a woman on the throne. People will need time to see that the princess will be a worthy successor. So, we need to make sure that we get rid of legal guardianship, and she needs to be on the throne for at least 10 years. And if we complete it, then we remove the popularity debuffs, and we get extra progress on Magnanimous Monarch. Okay, well that seems easy enough. We should just prioritize doing that then. We can do that next. Let's see how that goes. Obviously the landowners really hate us now. But that's not going to affect this. Sure. And then this is probably going to trigger soon. Uruguay left. No. Why'd you leave? Probably cohesion again, right? I mean, at least that will get cohesion up again. I don't know. I mean... Oh, it looks like lots of people are fighting for sway over Uruguay now. We just annex Uruguay. Do I care about Uruguay? Latinayan. We just give Uruguay to Argentina. I don't know, that seems fine, right? They're antagonistic now. Well, I mean, we don't really care that much about you. I'll just give you to Argentina. So how much infamy is that? So it's 9.2 for annex country. Oh, I could just... Actually, you know what I should do? Maybe I should just make them a subject. If I just make them a subject... This is what I actually want to do, isn't it? I just want to make them a subject and release them. Perhaps I should have done the same for Paraguay. I should have just made them a subject. But I really didn't like how the border looked. That's not a good reason. We get 10 authority per subject. We should be doing this. Let's do it. Let's make you a protectorate. Is Spain... Oh, maybe Spain and the United States are going to get involved. If we did that. I mean, it'd be the same if we annex them. The thing is, we really don't want to be humiliated. The thing is, we probably could tank a humiliation if someone does come to the defense of Uruguay. Like... Ugh. Maybe we just leave them alone for now. Maybe it's not worth it. I reckon Spain probably would come and join in. Thing is, we could... Can we handle Spain? I feel like we could handle Spain. Actually, Spain has a lot of available battalions, but not a lot of flotillas. So here's the thing. Spain doesn't have a land border with us. So we could probably fend off their navy. I think this is fine. Because if their navy can't land, they can't fight us for this. Let's just do it. Whatever. They probably won't join anyways. Let's do Uruguay. Oh, what? General Diaz, Oh, is this a coup? This could be a coup. Yeah, this is a coup. Right. So we don't want to support the coup. So let's see what happens with this. The coup is not progressing upwards because we have enough coup resistance. Which units are you leading? You're leading this army. Okay. Now, the thing is, you can do stuff like try and remove the generals and whatnot, but generally that tends to backfire. There's like preventions against that and whatnot. So maybe this just fails normally. If we increase our legitimacy, we'll get more coup resistance. Well, we'll be reforming the government soon anyways, won't we? We got an opportunity for trade privileges with the Ottoman Empire. Yeah, sure. Actually, maybe we can get silk from you. Sure. 92% chance. Oh, he didn't want it. Oh, okay. They've broken our military access treaty, Venezuela. What's going on? The petty bourgeoisie, despite being closely associated with General Diaz's Conservative Party, object to the notion of overturning government by force. So, oh, we could just end the coup by reducing petty bourgeoisie approval and political strength. Or we just give them more approval and attraction or political strength. I mean, this just ends the coup, doesn't it? Let's just end the coup. Yeah. Great, good job, General. So this gets reduced political strength for the landowners. Good. So there's a pamphlet coming out from the radical movement. What does this mean? Let's see. So increased radical movement attraction. I think we were planning on doing this. Yeah. Okay. So we're no longer getting the interest rate benefit from the petty bourgeoisie. How's this war looking? Let's mobilize. I'm sure they'll accept unless they manage to sway Spain, right? And if they do sway Spain, I feel like we can probably actually fend off Spain. Let's see. Yes, we do want multiple subjects so we can get the authority. That was the whole point of that policy, right? Yeah, 20 authority from subjects. I'm beginning to think I actually... Oh, yay! We're getting a mass immigration. We're getting Serbians now. So, yeah, 45 accepted. So I'm pretty sure this is because we have no migration controls. Great! So we're actually getting a mass migration. So let's just check where that's happening. So that's happening here. Okay. I'll have a look at that map mode for a second. We'll see what happens. We'll continue for a year. Yes, because the Serbians don't seem to like the Ottomans. Looks like the Conservative Party got in. Okay. We'll need to reform our government then, I think. Yes. Do we not have any options for a legitimate government? Hooray! Fun. Okay. What do? So we currently have the wrong party in charge. We really don't want to go below 25 legitimacy, because then we just can't pass laws. We could add the armed forces. We could just add the armed forces. Sure. Great. Man, I don't know. Our political situation has become a bit weird. But we got a mass migration, so it's all good. How many Serbians will migrate? Is this going to be a big migration? So that's 9,000, 5,000, 3,000, 3,000, 1,000. It's not bad. That will continue to happen. Wait, why do we have 23 legitimacy now? You lied to me! Nah, boo! I mean, this isn't a lot of radicals, is it? Hello, Ayla Avo. Yes, you're just in time for the end. Our government is doing some weird things. I guess we'll kick out the armed forces again? Is that a good plan? No, let's just maximize our legitimacy. Whatever. There you go. I don't really like doing that, but it is what it is. At least we get the interest rate bonus back. But yeah, we're just... Uruguay left the power block and they hate us now, so we're just going to force-vassalise them. I don't think anybody cares. I was a bit worried about Spain joining in, but I don't think they really care. We can probably wrap this up pretty quickly. We did manage to get Bolivia in our power block. We actually vassalized Bolivia by force. We got Chile in peacefully. People have been leaving and joining. Ecuador left. We're going to get Ecuador to rejoin. We got a big drought. Oh, good. Man, we're always getting droughts. Look at this. It's all dry. That's no good. Did you cede the gold to us? No, we're at war now. Okay, well, that was not very loud, was it? You just gonna fight Uruguay now? Or are we not actually at war yet? Oh no, the play is here. Is it supposed to be a rainforest? I know, right? But our population is increasing again because of the migration. That's good. And I believe we're actually getting the plus 25% to the amount that's migrating because of our power block. So that's nice. We also got a company, which is in charge of our paper, wood, trade centers, and sulfur. And they're letting us make the unique Rosewood. So our Hardwood's doing pretty well. Our GDP has gone up a lot. Our standard of living has gone up a lot, but it's not gone up quite enough to succeed with this. Uruguay back down. Good. So you're our subject again. Let's have a look at this. I don't think I care about any of this. But you're now You're Cisplatina. That's your name now. Yes. So you're back in the power block. And are you affecting anything? No, it's just Bolivia that's reducing our cohesion. We'll gain mandate in 34 months. Okay, that's fine. Getting there. We're getting there. We have a female heir, so there's a bit of a thing here about enacting a women's suffrage policy of some kind. So we'll do that once we've done elected bureaucrats, because we're trying to make sure that our institutions are cheaper. Let's speed to it for now. Extreme winds. Man, so we got what? Hold on. So we got drought. We got drought and extreme winds. I mean, thankfully the intensity is not very high in a lot of these. Maybe the game is just exaggerating about how bad they are. Who knows? Libya's doing a colonization effort in Guarani. That's fine. Well, I think this is going alright. I don't know. I feel like we could be doing better. We're just trying to actually get the standard of living up. We're just trying to let people have clothes, man. Clothes. Our authority is pretty low, though. Because we got the big popularity penalty, because we need to legitimize the new heir. That's the thing. Got pharmaceuticals, we get extra health system investment. That's a good idea. Let's do that. We need more bureaucracy for that, so... Will this pass? Should we just wait and see if this passes? That would be quite lucky if it did. Would be nice. No, okay. We can scrap the draft and get a new rewrite because we haven't got any setbacks. That should help. I think we'll just speed forward until it passes and then I'll wrap it up. I realize it's a bit late now. Oh, that's fine. I just want it to happen. I also want to re-add Ecuador. We should be able to re-add Ecuador. Yeah. I'll just owe you an obligation. Just come back. Please, just come back. Thank you. Yeah, and I think this is what our power block's going to look like. So our next conquest, we're probably going to start doing stuff over here. If we do any conquest, we might not necessarily do any more. I kind of want to just focus on getting cohesion up so we can actually vassalize our people. Also, if you aren't researching, then your innovation goes into just tech spread, but we will research something. How about... this authority penalty is getting quite large. Let's just research more authority, I think. Also, what about this friggin' Amazonics? We could do this now. We could have done this a while ago. Okay, let's just click the button. Amazonics are Brazilian. There you go. It's that easy. We conquered Acre, which has some Amazonics in it as well. So now... oh. We have Amazonian and Amazonic. Okay. Fair. We have the best of a process for steel mills. Yeah, so this is the thing. We have, like, a lot of stuff going on, but we don't have a lot of, like, actual industrialization yet. Oh, here we go. Yeah, there we go. Every Amazonic pot will become Brazilian. Okay, so now if we look at this, they're Brazilian, but most of them are still Amazonian. But that's fine. It's sorting itself out. Yeah, I don't think we want to really do much more conquest. We've got enough now. So long as we can keep our power block actually together, because it's harder to keep a power block together than I realized, then we should just focus on actually expanding inwards. I think. Our loyalists are going down. Ooh. Ooh hiss. Well, I guess that kind of makes sense because we had the popularity penalty. We're making lots of clothing textile mills. We look at our market. We've got a lot of trade capacity now. This is the next sign, isn't it? We need to add more coal mines. So we can go ahead and do some of that. We've only got a couple of states we can actually do coal mines in. So let's make sure that Parana and Santa Catarina have them as well. And then we can start getting those developed. We're building on a sulfur mine in Argentina. Argentina? That's good. How are you looking? We were still just trying to improve relations with Bolivia. That's kind of getting there. We got a wildfire now? Why does this all keep happening? Look. Brazil is just on fire. M plus fire is my fire. It's all on fire. This is gonna activate any minute now. Right? Let's see what happens. I was kind of waiting for that too, to be honest. I don't know what it will actually do. Okay, so the progress bar is full up. But it won't actually complete because we haven't... Oh, I see. This won't actually complete because we haven't enacted slavery banned. But the progress bar is full, so it definitely won't fail. Okay, well, we'll just leave it where it is then. Come on, elected bureaucrats. It's funny, someone compared the passing the laws to sieges in Europa Universalis, and I am inclined to agree with them. It feels like that when you've got one just over the hill, and it's not quite there yet. Yeah, standard of living isn't really going up now. We got psychiatry, so we got more influence. That's a lot of extra influence. That's good. What do we want to do with that? I don't know. Let's just start improving relations again. What about the British-French Fellowship? That'll do for now. And then the rest can just go into infamy reduction for now. And then what we'll do once this passes is we'll activate legal gunship. There we go, that's done. Is that extra bureaucracy now? Is that a little bit? Maybe? One can hope. Right, let's do it. Let's go for property women. Now, this is not very likely to pass now, is it? That's not good. Right, let's save it. Let's leave it there. We've got a few different options we can vote on now as well. Things have changed in the country. Let's leave it here. What will the thumbnail be today? Just the wildfires? Just like, it's on fire? Probably not. Just the company. I'm pretty happy with the company. I don't know. I'm glad Argentina's green. Yeah, we'll just highlight our executive Miguel Morera today on the thumbnail. How's that? All right. I'll go to vassalize all of South America. Well, we're trying, but we're probably going to have to do the top by force, and we're probably going to need to get stronger before we can do that because the US is starting to get involved up there, and so is Russia. We'll see. Let's save it here. I think we know what we're doing, or I think we know what we're trying to do, but I think it's gone all right. Stream run 03, is that correct? No, stream run 3. There we go. We're saving after each stream, just in case. But, yes. The fish are ready to go to bed. That's a sign I've left it late. Thanks very much for hanging out today, everybody. I realize it's been fairly chill today, but that's fine. It's allowed to be chill sometimes. Our company's doing well. So that's the important thing. But we're not quite getting the economic momentum I wanted yet. I mean, I'm glad that we're getting more mass migrations. I'm hoping that with the next Power Bloc upgrade, we can make them more likely. I think that will give us a good boost. But I'm starting to wonder whether we should have just gone with the cultural congregation where we get the extra migration benefits as well from that group. Well, that's more important than whatever we're doing with all these vassals. But whatever. We're learning, right? It's all good. Yes, the other VODs are going to be on YouTube, the previous episodes. The first one is already on YouTube. There's a Discord as well, if you want to discuss Victoria 3 on Discord. Maybe you have a question that I can answer. Other than that, I'm probably just going to leave it now because I really need to go. But take care, everyone. Have a good night. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.